What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? Hope my mic sounds right. Let the stream get on. Oh man, I didn't know what to put in the title. I don't ever know. I'm trying to step up my YouTube shit. I don't like putting people's names in titles and shit. But it is what it is. Shout out to the family. What else is my YouTube channel at? There we go. There we go. Let the stream get up out there. Let the audio sound clean. So yes. Oh man, YouTube, what's goody? A lot of niggerdom going on as usual. I don't know if y'all saw some Moors got arrested yesterday. For evidently, you see my camera working right? Hey, what up, y'all? Some Moors, I don't know, I'm sitting in the chair today in front of the couch, whatever. But some Moors got arrested for, and that's why I say black YouTube, what the fuck. And this relates so much to what Cynthia G be talking about. I was going to put the title Black Men Wake the Fuck Up, but I'm going to do an actual video stream on that one. I want to actually edit that one and really talk to my brothers. Because I understand the way that Cynthia words and a lot of, it's all the conversations right now are toxic. And I'm not experiencing that life like that, but I understand what's going on. And for me as a man, I have to take responsibility for the brothers and for the shit that we do. You know what I mean? I represent for us men. And in my opinion, it's our responsibility to handle our community. And the lack of leadership and the need for leadership are all things that are, underneath the responsibilities of us men. And so I would never look to a woman and be like, our community's fucked up because of women. Or our community would be better because of women. This would that would be better because of women. That shit sound crazy to me, you feel me? Misogynistic as it is, whatever you want to call it, that's what it is. I'm not looking at no women to pick up arms. I'm not looking to no woman to sit there and strategize to come up with ways to fight the white man. I'm not looking for women to come up with ways to redesign our community. I'm not looking for them to come up with civil engineering ideas to structure our community. I'm not looking for them to come up with community services to empower the women in our community. I'm not looking for women to empower women in our community. To me, that's all the responsibility of men. An empowered woman comes from a community that was developed by the men who they understood their job to make sure that in order for them to flourish, that women have to be empowered because they represent and take care of their families and they take care of the home. So I really don't, you know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. Now, that doesn't mean that women can't be involved, shouldn't be involved, and have not been involved. You would be an idiot if you taught any of those three. Women have been involved in every aspect of our fight. They've been supporting every aspect of our fight, and they've been pushing every aspect of our fight. And what I see Cynthia G is, and her and many other women are a response to the negative imagery, rhetoric, and tons of other shit that you can say that has been consistently consistently being spewed by us brothers. And the huge platforms that our brothers have made, and they have largely been based off of just degrading and downplaying and violating black women. You know what I mean? And we gotta take ownership for that. We gotta take ownership for that. That's just what it is to me. So the Moors, and not the Moors, because there's plenty of Moors, and I should have put a different title, but there were Moors, and they call themselves maybe I should just show the video. But long story short, I'll show the video, maybe whatever. I don't want the copyright issues and shit. But these brothers decided to go to, I guess they were having a camp. I don't know exactly where they were going. Who knows where the fuck they was going? They was in two cars. Everybody had guns. Everybody's dressed for war. Moorish American arms. Dressed for war, dressed apart for war. ready to go to war, I guess, whatever. I don't know. But this is where the L that we got to take. This is what the world is looking at. You got a group of brothers whose claim, from what I know of Moors, and I've never met a Moor who hasn't promoted sovereignty. You know what I mean? Being a sovereign citizen, literally start off with saying, like, I'm not a sovereign. We American citizens. We're not at war with America. We're not black identity extremists, blah, 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 blah. They get into what white people call a standoff. Literally, they're just on the highway, standing there with their guns out, because they were asked to get out of the car. Now, what brought attention to them was the fact that their vehicle ran out of gas. Their vehicle ran out of gas. Now, we got to take this L, y'all. The world is fucking watching us. The world is watching us. I don't know how familiar y'all are with Moors, but my interactions with Brother Moors had largely been centered around them telling me how educated they are about the law, about their abilities in the courtroom, their rights that's bestowed onto them because of different treaties and so on and so forth. And me being a ghetto pro-black person I am, I just be like, word, I hear you. And this largely speaks to what some of the issues is. The issues are black male leadership has to do better. We have to do better. I have to do better. There's no reason that you would have upward of 11 long guns. 11 long guns, sidearms, in what looks like military wear. You know, you got additional bullets, you got magazines, you got all types of things that go along with the whole situation, but you don't plan for gas. I remember when I was in Atlanta the first time, and I met, I don't know if it was a faction or a group out of the Huey P. Newton Gun Club, but these dudes brought out an M60. It was the first time I ever seen an M60. First time I was ever around guns to this size. AR-15s. Like, I'm from Brooklyn. The biggest gun I ever seen probably was 357, 44. You know what I mean? Heavy handguns. I've never seen up to this time one of those type of guns in person. And I'm like, damn, where the white folks at? Now, what was mind bugging to me was that, first of all, these dudes was being led by this dude who announced himself as an ex-CIA agent, federal agent, was like, oh shit, I'm not fucking with you, first and foremost. And then, you know, he had a piece of paper that was photocopied, that was given out, written in permanent black marker, you know, it's Sharpie. Completely unprofessional. And they're driving in a 1997 Lexus. 98 Lexus. It was so embarrassing. You know what I mean? It's like to be in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, where they give cars away. And this man is an ex-CIA agent, got a bunch of people following behind him, photocopy piece of paper written in Sharpie, driving a Lexus with 4 or 5 people in there with an M60 in the trunk, box of bullets. I think I took a picture when we was at the second event when they showed up. But I didn't even want to take a picture with the guns. I'm like, yo, Barbette, I don't understand how this shit's supposed to work, man. Your gun is worth more than your car. There ain't no white people around. You got an M60. It just don't look good. And when I started going on tour and I met all these different black gun clubs, you know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, B, like this shit don't look right to me. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a certain level of bouginess that I feel like, you know, us New Yorkers is privy to. And I want the world to share that. You know, the world of black people. Like, you know, if you have more guns than you got, if your guns value more than the systems you have to educate people about guns, you're fucked up. You know, if we don't have places to train, we don't have places that make guns, we don't have people that actually can teach you the science behind guns, but we have a bunch of people with them, we already lost. You know, it's something called vertical integration. You know, you can only go as far as your production means. And if it's not your production means, it's the affordability of your capital. You know, how far can your capital reach? Now, let's think about this mathematically. We have brothers who are spending their money on guns to fight against the people who make the guns. So that means that the people who make the guns always have to be in surplus, because first and foremost, they have to arm themselves. They got to arm white folks. They got to arm the military. Then they got to have enough guns left over to sell the Negroes who want to act like they got guns. And I'm not saying we shouldn't have guns. I'm just, at the time I was 36 years old, just analyzing the community like, damn. Then we look at Boyce Watkins. Years ago, I called out Boyce Watkins, Brother Polite, Umar Johnson's, even some of the Mooors brothers, walking people in the courtrooms, argue with the police. I don't argue with police. I had my years when I did that shit. If I'm in trouble, bring me the fucking side. Like, I'm trying to get this over with. Like, you right, I fucked up. Let's go. My license is suspended. I shouldn't be driving. Out of here. I'm not gonna sit here and bring up some, bro, that shit don't work. You know what I mean? Like, I always put it in jail terms. People argue law. Law is by the people who are the subjugators. So when Cynthia G be like, black man, you're not in a position of power, you have to understand, if we are underneath the law of the people we consider to be enemies, we are not in power. It's just that simple. It's literally that simple. If you got to walk around with a pamphlet in your pocket to read a law to these white folks so they can understand not to lock your ass up, and even then they can be like, you know what, fuck that, I'm still locking you up, you're not in a position of power. Let's just get that clear. If you don't like Cynthia G saying it, that's that. I don't understand the Brad effect, where it is because Cynthia had this, didn't have, a white man chose to call up. She brought the white man on the second time, and she clearly stated that dude had nothing to do, and they were focused on the manosphere and people from that community. And I'm like, so hearing it from that person is a trigger. But when Kwame Brown brought the white bitch up there, that wasn't a trigger. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know Kwame. I fuck with him, for the most part. I don't really know shit about son. I ain't really got the time to be looking up. But I was disappointed in seeing him bring a white bitch up there. You know what I mean? That's an L black men have to hold. All the sisters that's doing stuff in the community, that's holding up and doing shit because black men ain't doing shit on a large enough scale. Could have brought one of them out there. There's countless black men doing stuff in the community. I know that's not something that most of you, unfortunately, may not experience, but in my community, and where I know there's a lot of black men doing stuff. I can call 20, 30, 50 black men right now, and they're doing stuff in some way for the community. So, but I live in New York, where being pro-black, being conscious is prevalent. You know what I mean? There's a huge community in New York that's centered around that. There's upward of 30 million people in New York when you count the tourists and travelers all the time in New York. 30 to 40 million people in New York City. That number may not make sense to y'all because it's like, get out of here, but your cities have like 1 million people in it. When people are traveling, 1.5 million. 2. Some of y'all may have, 10, but very few of y'all. So you don't really understand what it's like to have, on the regular, there's 300,000 pro-black conscious black people walking around all the time. African attire, African clothes, Garveyites, Nation of Islam, 5%ers, Nuwabians, Israelites, they're all over the place. So the air has a certain permeation of consciousness in certain communities. Unfortunately, when we go into other communities and we analyze what's going on there, it's not that. You don't see that. It's not prevalent. You go to Colorado, you go to certain areas, there's like 15 pro-black dudes, and then the circle is man small, and they all meet up at these little parks, but there's a large portion of the black community that's sellouts, coons, good for nothing, cookie loving, biscuit eating, like that's just be honest. You go to Kentucky. I went to Kentucky for the first time years ago. My family was out there, moved out there, and it was like, the hell? How the hell? All these light-skinned, it was confused because you see light-skinned people and like Michi or something like that, and you would think like, all right, they're either Hispanic or they're blend, like they're mixed. but it's not like blank, like they're like red bones. See a lot of red bone people out there. But in New York, red bones is black. In Kentucky, red bones, like Pennsylvania, are half white, half black children. And they're not with black politics. It's clear different. And like the South. And it was like, wow. I remember I met this bad dark-skinned woman. I walked up to her, I was like, this is bad, beautiful. And she's like, wow, you're talking to me. You like one of them dudes that was like a white woman. I was so offended. I was like, what the fuck? There was a dude that looked like that. Why would you say that? And she was dead serious. She was like, wow, a black guy talking to me. Like, normally I don't see me. And I was just confused. Like, this woman was bad, dark-skinned, beautiful woman. I was just so confused. I felt so bad. Like, what the fuck am I hearing? And it made me start looking around. I'm like, damn, all these dark-skinned dudes with flip-flops on, khakis, with white women. Hold the fuck up. Now I was like, oh, that's how all these light-skinned red bones is coming out. I'm like, wow. Oh, shit. You know, and these little experiences are all over the country, y'all. We gotta be real. You know what I mean? Like when we look about with the amount of black men, because let's understand, Hollywood was ran by black men for the most part, black Hollywood. And so when we hear and see the amount of successful black men who blatantly said fuck black women, who blatantly said fuck black women, I'm getting me a white bitch. You gotta think about how much black men on national TV being interviewed by a white man, by a fucking white man, by a Brad. Now, if you're gonna get upset about Cynthia with the Brad, I'm gonna need you to get upset at these black men who stood up on national TV bragging about they freaking Karen and Becky to a Brad and Brian. As soon as they got their check, they ran. And I'm not saying all of us, but the ones who didn't, we gotta take ownership of the fact that we didn't check these motherfuckers. We gotta check these motherfuckers. Like, how the hell you running around talking all this black shit, black media, black politics, but you got a whole white bitch on your side? You got a whole white bitch pillow talking about black power at night. We can't trust you. There's a white woman sleeping in your bed, having pillow talk with you about black empowerment. How the fuck is we supposed to be real? Now, I wish I could say this was 1, 2 people, but when we analyze the fuckery from both sides, from the conscious community side, you hear me talk about Elijah Muhammad all the time. 5%ers and shit, but we got to take ownership for the fact that he did have relations with women that wasn't, you know. We got to take ownership for the Nuwabian bullshit. I'm not gonna highlight because I don't know and I made a mistake the other day saying that with straight black pride. We just know that many of the males brothers who led these organizations did some fuck shit. And we ain't talking about pride. I did some fuck shit. I ain't shit. There's a lot of motherfuckers who ain't shit. It ain't nothing to say you ain't shit. But once you got into your position of power and you started doing the fuck shit, we gotta hold these L's, man. Boyce Watkins, being the face of black finances. What's the other dude from Atlanta, from Jersey that went to Atlanta? Jay Morrison. $15 million squandered. We brothers gotta hold these L's. When the sisters say, don't have faith in black male leadership, you know, we gotta take ownership for that shit. We done fucked up. Extremely narcissistic. I'm a Garveyite. Garvey was a fucking narcissist. I'm a narcissist. You know, narcissism is, you know, needed in some ways, but when it gets out of pocket, you know, the shit starts to have issues. You know, you don't listen to nobody, you don't pay attention, you don't see the different angles because you only see your vantage point and you only want to hear about your vantage point, and then that's how leakholes get in. White people knew he was a narcissist. So they knew, like, look, we put the right coons in there, we put the right infiltrators in there, we'll be able to bring his movement down. You know what I mean? Huey P. Newton. The government planned to make him die of drugs, or in some way affected by the drugs they put in the community. They planned that years before he got killed. And so, and I'm not saying all of us brothers, there's a lot of us that I love. And first of all, I love all my brothers. Now he wants, speaking from this position, I love all my brothers. I'm understanding, you know, the pain that Tommy Sotomayor represents. Having a mother not be the person he needed her to be as a child. And now to see the effects of that. When you look at me, you're seeing the effects of a struggle relationship. So when I hear people who are blatantly fucked up, blatantly in different weird spaces and not doing for the community, and then talk bad against struggle relationships, and it's like, life is about struggle. Even if you got money. You know, our sister was in my inbox the other day telling me how rich people don't talk about the issues because they're not struggling. I was like, that's your perception. You know, rich people struggle as well. Health and disease, lifestyle, that don't got nothing to do with money. I know people from the Caribbean who come here and eat better than anybody, and they be poor and live healthy. I know people that have bread and they're like, the way they eat is guaranteeing a heart disease. Yeah, I forgot about the 80s, all them white folks that died in the 80s, rich, all that money that got squandered by their kids, lifestyle of the rich and famous, all them crap. So I'm saying what you see, word, all them white folks. So I listen through and I be like, nah, B, we got to analyze ourselves with a grain of salt. That is going to allow us to understand what's needed for us to get to the next level. And that's what I care about. Black folks getting to the next level. You know, shout out to my Moors. I don't want to see y'all getting it twisted anymore. The white folks' law is the white folks' law. I don't know what part of the world y'all live in or think y'all came from, where you think that you read some part of the law that's going to outwit the white man when he comes at you on his white man shit. And I'll be honest with you, the best way to deal with the law is not let them know that you know the law and then pop up with them when it's real. You don't put yourself in a position to have to need the law. That's not a position that I would tell any black man who's telling anybody else to be in. Don't put yourself in a position where you need the law. Stay the fuck out the way of the law. You know what I mean? If you understand what I'm saying. Now, if you just a nondescript doing nondescript shit, yeah, do what you're supposed to do. Know the law, have your bread, do what you're supposed to do, shut the fuck up. When you start jumping out on camera, or I'm using these laws against white folks, or I'm using this against white folks, these white folks will change the fucking law on you. I used to hate the book, The Invisible Man. My father used to talk about that all the fucking time, but there's a part about it that we have to understand. The China man showed us the invisible man throughout the entire, he let the world think that he actually was about martial arts. Motherfuckers really think that the entire China can do a karate chop. Invisible man. That motherfucker was over there learning how to solder, make shit, understanding the law, copyright infringement law, most importantly, and said, look, that shit only applies to America. Understanding the history of the white man and say, yo, we're going to take advantage of this in our country, then we're going to swing back and take advantage of it in theirs. So we got to sit back and start taking advantage and lining up. When I say education is the tool to empower us and get us off our fucking knees, of our knees, that's what it is. Unfortunately, Kevin Samuels isn't doing that. Publicly telling dudes to put their finger in their ass, asking dudes what sizes they dick. That shit weird, B. Not saying some of the stuff he says isn't right or cool, but like, come on, y'all. We got a lot of L's to hold. Look at the amount of black men who have left professional sports and sought a job after with a sports television show, when most of them who make up the show have a net worth way larger than the show. This in turn empowered who? Walt Disney and all these other corporations. So you didn't see a bunch of black men get their riches up and say, we're going to create our own black media platform to broadcast what we understand about sports. You ain't see black men yet get off their horse and say, we're not going to spend this $55 million we got for playing basketball. We're going to spend this money on building up our own fucking sports league, creating our own system, and the world going to respect the shit out of it. That's fucking power. That's what our sisters want to see. They don't want to see us begging for fucking endorsement deals from people who don't respect us. Just to wear the money on our clothes and get dressed and walk around with white women, Mayweather. How many basketball players you seen do that? Sports players you seen do that? How many sports players you seen do that? These are L's we got to hold, black men. Hip hop could have been way more powerful, could have been actually powerful as a tool for bettering and educating our people. But again, black men, we walked into the offices of white folks and begged them to let us in. And they said, yeah, as long as these niggas can drink alcohol and they shit and make more music about shooting each other, we think it's going to sell more records. And we got to hold those L's. When Obama got in office and said jack shit about the black political leaders in jail, when he got up there and said we shouldn't focus on reparations, when he didn't free any black political leaders, when he didn't highlight any black political movements, any black lines of political thought, when he separated himself from the black church that got him in the office, when he separated himself from Reverend Wright, when he separated himself from Louis Farrakhan. These are L's we gotta hold, man. We show that lack of unity. Got up there praising Hillary Clinton, praising Biden. I think about that. Obama got in office with Biden. Now, when black men talk about black women taking advantage of the welfare system, it was black men who pushed those policies. The large body that made up the push behind that were black men. We need social services. We need to be integrated. We need the services. We need to be pushed in. We need to get jobs. The feminist movement came in. The only reason the feminist movement was able to come in was because black men were following black white men, mistreating our women, subjugating them, ignoring them, violating them. We're following crackers. We was following white folks. It's very simple, you know, and for me to not acknowledge that would be one, to display a lack of leadership. Like, I want us to be better. I need us to be better. I need our sisters to keep faith in us. I need our brothers to do a better job. I need to do a better job. You know, the focus needs to be on empowering and enhancing the lives of black people. It has been proven over the last 40 years that black Democrats will not get that done. Black Republicans will not get that done. Black people who believe in the system won't get that done. It's proven that the system will not get that done. What will get it done is black independence, black focus, black dedication, sacrifice. Those are the hallmark tools that get sports players to the position of greatness. You don't hear Kobe saying, "Oh, it was the money that got me here." No, it was him saying, "I sacrificed, I dedicated, I worked hard." And what got you this album? Thousands of hours in the studio, mad work. I had to put in mad work. I had to sacrifice. What got you to this invention? I had to sacrifice. But then when it gets to the black community, oh, I need money. We need white help. You sound retarded. I'm just being honest with you. That's not what it takes to build a community. It takes sacrifice, dedication, work. The same tools that's needed to make a great basketball player. LeBron James was created from a single home, no money, in the back of Cleveland, no resources. What got him to be the best? Resources in his mind that were focused on dedication, preparation, sacrifice, focus, discipline. That's what got him to be the greatest. That's what got Kobe to be the greatest. That's what got Michael Jordan to be the greatest. Mike Tyson was in Brownsville, up the block, nothing. So we look at these elements and say, wow, we know this is what it takes to make an individual, but we don't superimpose those elements onto the community. That is a form of ignorance. Simple as that. You know, and so I want to be a pillar, or an example of connectivity. Like, this shit don't mean Franks to me. A lot of what's going on. A lot of the people that's on YouTube don't leave their house. Like, you're not gonna see Cynthia G walking down the street. You're not gonna see Tommy Soda Man walking down the street. You're not gonna see O'Shea walking down the street. You will see, you will see Sonetta walking down the street. I don't know what Taz. That's my bro. Shout out to Nyla. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, understand this is the internet. This shit should not affect your real life like that. And if it does, I implore you to take some time off the internet and think about your life. Think about what's going on in your life. How could this be affecting you like that? You know, and take that time and really, you know, delve into your history, delve into your childhood, delve into your family's history, delve into the things that made you who you are. So I guarantee you somewhere in there will be the keys to for you to discover why you act the way you act. Like, I know I act the way I act. My father's 100% Marine, Vietnam vet, 69 Vietnam, kick-ass Marine. Married my mother 1980, and we struggled and lived through Brooklyn and survived. You know, I endured my father's mentality, his ignorances, his abuse, his successes, his intelligence, all of these things, as well as my mother's. You know, and accountability is accountability. Growth is growth. And either you want it, or if you don't, you don't. And that's just what it comes down to. I want Black empowerment. I need Black empowerment. I'm going to live doing nothing but creating and inspiring Black people to be better. If you're watching this right now, why the fuck else are you here if you don't care about the Black community? You know, if you really listen to Cynthia G for the years, you know she's about the black community. It's hard having that many people go to war with you and come at you and not feel like it's all these black men. You know, and that's why I'm like, you know what? I'll be a voice. Fuck it. There's a lot of sisters out here who feel like black men are completely against them. Like, if y'all haven't heard the rhetoric of Obsidian, Tommy Sotomayor has the BT whatever thousand shit he calls black women. I watched that man disrespect a whole black family, disrespect so many people, and just hide behind the computer. That's why I be putting them in my videos. Which I just dropped the video. I put them at the end because you ain't gonna do shit at the end of the day, and people like that ain't gonna do shit. And that's the examples that millions of people are watching, and to believe that this is what the black community it is. From Obama, you ain't gonna do shit, to Tommy Sotomayor, you just gonna talk shit, to Polite, you just selling shit, to Boyce Watkins, you just taking shit, to Umar Johnson, you just faking shit, to NFAC, you just bullshit, to these Mooors dudes, y'all don't even got gas money. Like, this shit look fucking crazy. Then we gonna jump to the rap community. Puffy's fucking retarded. Who else we gonna go at? 50, I'll look up to 50 Cent. But let's not act like 50 Cent don't promote the fuckery, promote the light-skinned shit, promote going off the Spanish people. 50 Cent ain't built shit in the black community. Now, 50 Cent done built some shit and put people on. And that's something I don't take from son. He's put on mad people. And to Little Fame sat next to me and said, yo, Q, I had to leave from working with 50 Cent because his work ethic is too much. And so I let you know 50 Cent, I look up to 50 Cent. But I also know he doesn't represent that. That's why you never heard any 5% talk or certain shit in it. But then when we talk about Jay-Z, we heard 5% talk all the time with Jay-Z. But he's trying now. And I just feel like that era was not understood. Oh, my bad, y'all. Don't be blocking anybody yet. Let them get their voice in and shit. Let they get their voice in. Just keep it respectful, y'all. The toxicity in the community is all over the place. So, you know, it's gonna be seeming kind of muddy and shit. But don't worry about that. Like, you ain't gotta block nobody. No, be fair. Cynthia G does spew some toxic shit. Now, the sisters want to go after Cynthia G, that's y'all job. I've spoken to her on panels and asked her specific questions. And maybe because I have more knowledge of her personally, I get it differently. And that's just what it is. But what I will say to Cynthia, which I have said to her, which one I can't understand. So I can't tell someone how to feel. You understand? So I can't even say anything to that. The only thing I can speak on is that for me and myself, when I focus on the issues in a way that's like connotated negatively, when I word it in negative ways and different stuff, it creates a focus that's toxic. The energy around me is toxic. And I don't see how for most people who go through experience or doing that, carrying out that action, they don't get that toxicity. Like, a lot of the women who I see in some of the comments, like, a lot of them do be like, I had to check some sisters, like, look, don't bring that energy over here. Like if you just got on to Cynthia G and you're just here to bash black men, you don't know Cynthia G. Cynthia G has spent mad time trying to build up black men. And in her way, she's trying to inspire black men by showing them their bullshit. That statement is a statement that was not birthed by her. She stated that she looked at what was going on in black male YouTube and black Twitter and this stuff and saw this is what black men were saying. So to me, if I want to knock out this part of the equation, I got to look at the root of it. The huge platforms that were created off of disrespecting black women. And said, well, my way of helping black women is to expose them to their bullshit. That's Tommy Sotomayor's excuse. So for me, I think I should focus on Tommy, Tariq's, and the other black men who are running around. And then if you sisters who feel like Cynthia or whoever else should change their speech up, that's your job. You know what I mean? When I've asked her and I've been on platforms and I asked Tommy, I've asked O'Shea, I've asked Tanetta, and Are you do you care about the black community? Are you focused on the black community? Do you want to see the black community develop? Do you want to see the black families flourish? Cynthia said yes to all of these things. Other ones say yes to these things. Can you see can the black family work without having a black man and black woman? Cynthia G, no. Phil from the Advisory Show, yes. Wow. Hey, what's up? What's up? I'm live right now. So when I'm sitting there like, what? Like, wow, how could you have these dudes that are allegedly for the black community blatantly say on an open platform that the black community can be fixed by people who do not sleep with black people? That's crazy. And I asked Cynthia that. She's like, no. She said the black community get fixed when the black man get off his ass and start taking care of the black woman, start treating the black woman right, and start recognizing who his real enemy is and start acting like he ain't been fucking up and doing this shit. What the fuck can I say? People be in their feelings. And I learned to stay the fuck out the way when people be in their feelings now. I realized that on YouTube. You know, when that feeling train come out, just get the fuck out the way. Cut off the YouTube. You know, just sure. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really watch Cynthia G shit. So I don't, you know what I mean? Once she gets into a space, I don't like Tommy Soda Man shit. People be like, yo, Q, like Michi fuck with Tommy. She'll be like, nah, Tommy, cool. And I'll be like, you know what I mean? But I fucks with Michi. That's like family. So how could I not be on that side? So, but I also know, like, I deal with mad people. And I come to the understanding that most of you don't. Most people online, most people on YouTube deal with just their immediate family, some cousins and some local friends. Like, I deal with new people every day. In my studio, there's always somebody new coming in. So I understand black males. I deal with black males all the time. I deal with black females all the time. I have an institute. I'm dealing with children all the time. I'm in the community. I go out all the time meeting people, dealing with people. And so for me, my experiences and what leads me to being able to handle the experiences that I go through differently is because of my life. And I come to understand that most people don't have that. Most people are like stuck in this little small microcosm of their existence. And it's just these people they deal with in their reality, and they're on YouTube. You know, so, you know, it is this stuff. Precious said, oh, baby. All right. I'll be all soon. I didn't know I was gonna be on that long. It's already 3 o'clock. I'm supposed to go down. Michi and Vicky Dillard are black male worshipers. Okay, so I'm a black female worshiper. Would you rather them be white male worshipers? You understand? Michi has a brother who was killed in jail, if I'm not mistaken, by police. They said he committed suicide. Michi's son was wrongly put in jail. Another son. Those are black males. She wants to see the best for her sons. Her brother. I don't understand you. You know, that doesn't make any sense. I worship black women. I want to see black women be on the best. I don't, you know, me bashing black women. I'm learning to understand why people do this, because I want to heal my community. So I had to understand why the black manosphere does it. I got to understand why Cynthia does it. Like, bashing is bashing. Like, that's the That's the energy of YouTube. Like most of YouTube is Black YouTube is dedicated to bashing each other. Let's be honest. If not, you're calling somebody out. Black, there is another portion of Black YouTube that's like around how-to videos and like other things and shit like that. And of course, rap music and popular music. But for the most part, it's a lot of toxic shit. And so what do you expect out of toxic shit? You got people bashing each other all the time, yelling at each other all the time, arguing all the time, highlighting nothing but the negative shit. You know what I mean? That's what it is. So I'd rather just sit here and talk about how dope we are and also try to bring some logic to what's going on. Like, our brothers specifically got to do a better job. I got to do a better job. I got to do a better job with this institute. I got to do a better job with my family. I got to do a better job with my health. I got to do a better job leading my community up. I got to do a better job connecting. If more of us brothers just started the conversation of that, we need to do better and focus on being better. And then every day analyze what's keeping us from being better, starting with ourselves and what we and our inequities. That's the right word. Oh, that's the right word. But inefficiencies or different whatever, or where we lacking, we will do better every day. Every day we'll be actually getting better. You know, for me, I'm very conscientious of what I let in my head. So for the brothers, I don't really listen like when women are yelling. So Cynthia G, when she be in her yelling bag, I typically get out of there. But if you notice when I come on the platform, she calms down, the sisters calm down. And she's always said like, yo, Q, like, look, you're doing the work. We have no problem with you. Take care of your family. We're not talking about you. So I want you to understand that. And that's why I believe she specifically made the second video about the Black manosphere and brothers who are part of that network, the kittens whisperers. Because she understands that it's not all Black men, but we have to recognize that the majority of Black men, we don't look good right now. And we need to do a better job. From the coons to the conscious to the pro-Blacks to the hood to the scientists, we have to do a better job. That's just the reality of it. We're not protecting our families. We're not protecting the children. When we talk about the prison and school pipeline, that's the Black man's fault. When we talk about the bad health in the Black community, that's the Black man's fault. How is it the Black man's fault? Whose job is it to create an army? Whose job is it to be dedicated their time to making sure that they have a plethora of people being consistently educated so that way their community can sustain itself? Our job. So there's no way I can sit there and say, damn, the prison to school pipeline is a Black woman's fault because she was making these single households. Hold on, who was over there begging white folks for these policies? Because you ain't see Elijah Muhammad saying that shit. You ain't see Marcus Garvey agreeing with that shit. You ain't see the Black Panthers agreeing with that shit. It was a bunch of Black coons agreeing with that shit. That's why we got to be able to separate who was doing what and where was going where, so we know how was going how. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And for me, that's where I stand at. I want our brothers to be able to recognize that we have the ability to do better. We've been through so much. We have so much more to go through. And the only thing that's going to carry us through this is dedication, hard work, and focus. Same things that make rich people rich. Same thing that makes the greatest sports players. Same thing that makes the greatest scientists. Dedication, hard work, and focus. We don't see that on the regular in the community. That's the reality. We need to see that more. I'm going to be big 4-0 this year. I'm excited. I'm turning 40 this year. And I know when I look up, unfortunately, there's not a majority of Black folks that have been doing stuff in the community. There's no reason for people to be like, oh, Q, you one of the few people that's doing shit. I don't like when people say that. Because I know that white people are listening. And that lets white people know, y'all ain't shit. Now, how many times I said on my phone, yo, white people, you ain't got to worry about me or none of these Black folks. Motherfuckers ain't doing shit. Because I know they listening to me. So I'll be like, look, B, you ain't got to worry about me. I don't fuck with none of these gun clubs. I'm not interested in the gun shit. I don't want no motherfucking smoke because we'll get our ass whooped right now. And I'm tough. Individually, I'll fuck one of you crackers up. But let's be honest. We don't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying? We struggling to build a black institution for black children, and motherfuckers is rich. Running around thousands of dollars off of YouTube. I'm listening, people be bragging about how much money they make on YouTube, and I'm just sitting here like, damn, white people really looking at us like derelicts. 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 You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck was y'all doing with all that money? What y'all did with all your resources? Why y'all don't dedicate your time? Oh, y'all want to be like us. My moms and my pops hate when I say that. I'm like, look, y'all chose to live like white folks. Go get a maid or something. I said, look, y'all got the money to do it. You were successful enough to get to that position. Don't stop. And my mom's like, stop saying that, Q. Like, Mom, I love you to death. But you moved to Kentucky with a big ass house in your later years. Like, my mom's and pops bought this big ass house and they like 60. Well, no, they 70. They bought that shit around 50. I'm like, why the fuck would you buy this house? I'm like, you following white folks. You think you're supposed to get a house at this age? No, you're supposed to be dedicating your money to just having fun. Go get a nice little apartment in Florida. Go get somebody that works for you and just enjoy retirement. Like, you shitting me? What, buying a house for what? For what? That's a fucking. Oh, we want to pass it to you. I don't want that shit. I'm not coming to Kentucky around there. I told her, look, I can't stand coming to Kentucky. You got white folks serving food, white folks doing this shit. I don't want to be around them motherfuckers acting all nice and shit. They got white nurses and I don't want to be around that shit. Nah, I'm good over here in Brooklyn. It's black all over the place and shit. That shit ain't cool. Nah. But I get it. That's what they were taught to do. So you out there around all them white folks, have fun and shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't be a part of that shit. So when I see a lot of black folks doing the same shit, focused on getting this big ass house in their later years and following white folks shit and all this other white folks shit, when the community's fucked up. Now individually, oh Q, I can't get this big ass house. I can't. Yo, bro, do you, beloved? You can do whatever the fuck you want. But just know those million black men who got all those houses, when they say why your community ain't built up, that's the example right there. And let me break it down for you. The Jewish community in New York City is ran by men. The Jewish community effectively changes the market for the entire United States. These are white Jewish rabbis who lead this community. So it's led by Jewish rabbis. If you don't believe me, they just overhauled the accreditation system in New York City because of the Jews in Ramapo, New York. They just created a system called SORIS, something religious and independent school system, some system of independent religious shit school. I'm still studying it. They sued the breaks. The white people came in and told the white Jewish community, you can't do this with your babies. You can't educate the babies like that. You know what the motherfucking Jewish men said? Where the fuck is my lawyer? You can't talk to me. Oh, you don't think we know the law? Huh? See, remember I told you, act like you don't know the law, play quiet. Boom. Hold on to these 8 lawyers right quick. Our money's organized. Our lawyers is paid in cash up front. What's the problem? What's up? They sued the breaks. You look this shit up. They sued the breaks out of New York City, New York State. Man, they forced New York State to create a whole new fucking department. They got a whole new certificate called the equivalency, standard of equivalency. Like, these motherfucking men played no fucking joke. Played no fucking joke. Somebody just came and said Cynthia G is toxic. I ain't gonna disagree with you. I believe the whole damn near black YouTube is toxic. Now, to me, if I want to help Cynthia G, I'm going to go to the root of the question. root of the equation, and start with what started the whole situation, which was black men creating videos about black women, creating the BT 1000. When Cynthia G tried to respond, they came up with the weave movement, made fun of her weave, blamed all the issues on the black woman's weave. These same men raised millions of dollars after building a history of disrespecting black women. Y'all beloved Tariq Nasheed, How to Be a Pimp, Pimping 101, Pimp this, Pimp that, had white people pay him to show them how to be a player, then use them same pimping skills. Use them same pimping skills to come back and do what? Hit us with the motherfucking Hidden Color series. Highlight all of these beautiful issues that's plaguing our community, then turn around and did what? Bought a big ass house and then brought white people back to his house to interview him some more. This is what we got to go. These are the L's we got to hold. Umar Johnson raising, we don't know how much money he fucking raised. Somebody said, what do Asian men do to build for Asian women? Most nail salons are owned by Asian men. Most Chinese food restaurants are owned by Asian men. And go look at the counter. Those are their wives working in there. They import and bring in nothing but Asian women. Inside of the middle of LA, Chicago, you'll see nothing but Asian women working in those spots. You know what I mean? They built their country. They have one of the strongest drone planes in the world. It's created by Chinese men. They created the Wuhan COVID disease. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, Chinamen created the world's factory is in China. Like, COVID slowed down China's ability to export, and the world got shitted on because nobody was able to get shit. Like, that's all Chinese men. Like, you know what I'm saying? China is not a third world country. Like, that is white media telling you what to believe. If China's a third world country, so is America. China has one of the largest nuclear arsenals. China has one of the largest navies in the world. China has one of the largest air forces in the world. China has the top medical facilities. China has some of the top aeronautical technology in the world. China has the ability to manipulate weather. During the Olympics in China, they guaranteed that they would control the weather and make sure that it didn't rain and was sunny for 8 days straight. Are you shitting me? China's telecommunication systems and spying technology shut down America multiple times. Shitting me? When COVID hit, the world could not do jack shit because China could not get their product out to the world. What? Are you shitting me? China's money is already, China doesn't want the American dollar to go down because China would lose money if the American dollar goes down. That's how powerful they are. And the US is in debt to Chinese men. You know what I'm saying? Mexico. All these different spots, man. Man, we got to get our shit together. They looking at us like we suckers. I'm just being honest with you. I got plenty of international friends. I don't need Cynthia G's Brad to tell me nothing about that. Somebody wrote, how much of China's population is living below the poverty line? Bro, sis, I don't know what you are. Do you know how much of America's population is living below the poverty line? Black America has what they say $1,000 on average in savings. Like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? They still got dirt roads in Queens, New York. Atlanta has 9,000 people homeless walking the street on any given day. California has like, I don't know, 100,000 homeless people out of some retarded number, crazy exaggerated number of homeless people living in tents in a state that has two of the top NBA teams. Two of the top NBA teams, one of the country's top national products right now, marijuana, and America is not a third world country. Blocks and blocks of town. I went to California thinking that California, you know when they say Skid Row? For those who never been to Skid Row, just let me let you know, Skid Row is in almost every city in California. Just understand that. There's a Skid Row in LA, Skid Row in San Francisco, Skid Row in Oakland, Skid Row in Sacramento, Skid Row all over the fucking country, or whole fucking state of California. And what is a Skid Row? A series of blocks that homeless people live on, and they're in tents, and they're like permanent establishments, and they get mail. The buses pick up the children from there, like veterans. I met a veteran who said he gets $1,800 a month from his GI Bill or whatever it was. Yeah, but I can't afford to live, so I'm homeless. I didn't know. It was like, why? And yeah, there's levels of poverty. We have whole communities that live in trucks. White communities that live in the back of a truck. In Flint, Michigan, in an effort to save money, they allowed their people to drink water that had Legionnaires and lead in it. Right now, that previous government is on what? Is on trial for murder. Look it up. Lead water, lead poisoning. We have the largest nuclear plant arrangement in the world, and arsenal. Our rockets cost the budget to put people to feed everywhere, and still ain't cleared up the water. I didn't say most black households are living in poverty. What I said is that most black households are estimated to have upwards of $1,000 in assets and disposable money. That's poverty. Just looking at it in perspective, the economic position from blacks to whites hasn't really changed in proportionality. You know, that's third worldish to me. Like, I mean, our jail systems run the country. Like, how could you not be a third world country when you have like a major portion of your country is in jail? Like, that just speaks volumes of your education system and your judicial system and your whole social servicing system. We still are charging people for fucking healthcare. You cannot be that advanced if your people that pay the money that keeps your country together have to pay to get healthcare. Dental services are not considered cosmetic. This is largely third world. States have to choose between vaccinations based off of their budget. Let me say that again. State hospitals choose between vaccinations based off of their budget, not off the science. It's third world shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's L's. So for me, that's why I would smoke Brian and Brad's fucking boots. And give me a couple minutes because I'm gonna smoke their boots in a second. I'm gonna smoke their boots. You're not gonna smoke their white asses. But that's how I would answer white folks, because white folks like to like highlight other people's shit, but forget that their bag of trash and baggage is so large Like I don't even have to bring up slavery. That shit is easy. Like that's easy. Slavery's like they wait for you to bring up slavery. They don't expect you to bring up pollution. They don't expect you to bring up the effects of the environment, the detrimental effects that their policies have had on the world, the uncontrolling of their greed, where they just dig into grounds, but for searching for salt, oils, waters when they have plenty of it. Whole cities flooded out by accident. Oops, my bad. We thought we had the right hole. You know what I'm saying? Monsanto, Bayers, deforestation. You know what I mean? Like those things, white folks got to hold those L's. Us black men, you know, and so it's black brothers. We can't have the world be better if we don't take accountability for our shit. And so it's easy for me to talk. I don't discuss black politics with white folks, but if we were ever to have a conversation, a debate as to what's going on in the world, I gladly take ownership for the fuck shit. We didn't fuck up the ocean. We fucked up our community. We fucked up our families. Yes, black men, we fucked up our families. We fucked up our communities. We fucked up our education system. We fucked up our food system. This is what we did. Cool. You see, we have to be able to accept what we did, and we want everybody else next to us to accept what they done. And see, nothing I said involves black women. Simple. Not one thing I said that's keeping us from black empowerment involve black women. Nothing I said that's going to get us black empowerment involve black women in the sense of challenging us from acquiring it. So I don't get, you know, some of these manosphere points. I don't get how Tommy or some of these brothers could, you know, develop a whole career based off of just saying, I want to attack black women because that's the issue. How the fuck is that the issue? How the fuck is us living where water pipes have not been fixed? When I talk about environmental embetterment, black politicians look at me like I'm fucking crazy. I'm like, hold on. What part of the cities do you think have the least fixed or renovated pipes? Black communities. What part of the cities have the most lead paint? So we talk about black women in black single homes living in poverty, suffering lead paint, suffering drugs, suffering water poisoning. That's all black male leadership to me. Because environmental embetterment is part of your livelihood. Why the fuck would I not check the water? So when we sat there and we looked at the white black men in the political office in Flint who were yelling at the white men, the only thing I saw was bitches. This is why I push science so much. Why the fuck we don't have our own scientists? And then the one black man, shout out to him, who came in there and said, I got my system to be able to clean up the community up with the air and be able to condense water in. He wasn't even on it from black perspective shit. I believe he was married to a white woman too. And so for me, we got to analyze these things. You know, we got to take these L's to move forward. You know, I want us to move forward. If you want us to move forward, that's what you're about. And if you're living a life where you're moving the community forward, you take care of your family, take care of your black children, take care of your black queen, take care of your community. You do what you got to do for the community. Cynthia G is not talking to you. And if you're one of those people, there's no way you cannot see the lack of leadership skills being on display by our brothers. You had a whole Chinese man sit on YouTube bragging to a white man about how he was controlling Boyce Watkins. That shit made me cry. I ain't gonna lie. That shit, I was so, that shit hurt. Because Boyce Watkins and Jay Morrison were like the face of this conscientious black money approach. And you got a Chinese man doing that shit. And then I can go back, I got this in my phone, 2017. Boyce Watkins is a leader. Like, there's no way you can say Boyce Watkins isn't a leader. There's no way you can, like, that may be to you, but when you look at people who were inspiring, who was being pulled on platforms, who was telling people what to do with their money, how was talking to the black family, bringing people on, that was a fact. That was Boyce Watkins. When Jay Morrison was doing corners and shit, and motherfucking, and he started raising the money for Black Wall Street, and the first thing he did when he got that money was run to these Jews. It's like, damn, B. Then let's look at NFAT. Now, are we not holding these L's, brothers? Black Lion. Black Lion, what's good, family? You're probably talking about in the real community. And I can't, you know, that's why you just probably joined on, Black Lion. Shout out to you. Like I said, I'm speaking about YouTube and popular black. In my family, black people I deal with, all we deal with is accountability. So like I said, Cynthia G's not talking to you or to your peoples, and she's not talking to me and my peoples. It's just that simple. Next topic. Now, but when I do analyze us as a group, you know, and look at the L's that our sisters are looking at, that the world is looking at, I'm like, no, I gotta take partnership in that. Because either you speak against it, you fight against it, you do against it, or you with it. Either you fight against it, you do against it, you speak against it, or you with it. I think that's how I said it the first time. And that's just what it is. And that's what it looked like. We ain't talked against it. We ain't really do much against it. That motherfuckers allowed this shit. And so we go in here, look at the Tommy Sotomayor's, the Boyce Watkins. Forgive me, I'm trying to find this picture. You know, and I'm going to highlight my brothers. Don't get it twisted. I'm waiting till I get a couple more people in here, and I'm going to highlight the brothers doing stuff. If you have a link that you want to put in there of what you're doing, like that's the way we respond to people who don't get to experience what we know. Because like I said, a lot of YouTubers are in their space. They don't really interact, or not interact, but they may not be in an environment that flourishes black like we may live in, or people have in their specific cities. Like everybody, like I tell people, Atlanta's overrated. If you go to Atlanta looking for black, like how you think is black, you're going to have it twisted. You see what I mean? And maybe it's my other phone. My bad. I'm over here. I shouldn't be doing this while I'm on the stream. But somewhere in this bitch. There's my other phone. Whatever. Black male leadership was at its height. Give me a point when black leadership was at its height. I don't know when black male leadership was at its height. I think it's a continuous struggle to reach our height and to understand what it's going to take to get to our height. So I'm not going to say that it was the 70s or 40s. I think it's a continuation. Black male leadership is under, one has to recognize the situation and acknowledge the situation it's in. And that's been an issue where you have black male leadership at odds as to how they feel about the, you know, the fight, you know, and that's been a situation from the beginning. Like Are all white people the enemy? Is these white people the enemy? Is it the system the enemy? Should we leave? Should we stay? You know, that's what it is. Somebody, yo, you funny. He said, forget them lames. It's about Kwame, Angela, and Judge Joe. Oh yeah, I got to talk about Judge Joe Brown had me froling. But these are the L's we got to think about and analyze to see how we got here. Somebody said in the 1800s. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all for the super chat. Y'all blowing it up. I see y'all. Oh, I'm bugging. Will somebody put the link for the GoFundMe in there? You know, we always need the Institute support. We need y'all to support the Institute as much as possible. All our programs and services and things we got going on. All right, let me post that up in there real quick. So I don't really, I can't say there was a specific point. Of course, the 1800s was a nice point to start with because it was just now popping. It was lit. It's like, yo, we got all this going on. All this newfound rights and abilities and so on and so forth. So that definitely was a period where you saw, you know, the great Booker T. Washington's, Marcus Garvey's, what's it? My brain is fried right now. But you had Noble Drew Ali's, you had Elijah Muhammad's, you had the black thought was largely developed in the late 1800s, 1900s. And for a large part, you know, for some people, it kind of died there. But then I would say the 80s, 70s. The homeschooling, somebody puts the enrollment link. Yes, the 80s and 70s. So to me, I teach that's why for me I teach that it's a continuing process. You know, because if you analyze the 1800s and really look at the depth of the goals of Black leadership, it was largely unfounded around, you know, it wasn't solid as it should have been or needed to have been. And for that reason, the 30s and 40s had its struggles. You know, and for me, that's why I see it as a continuation. I don't see it as a period. We're still in the fight. We're still in it. And some points we had a greater ability to do this and a great ability to do that. I think right now is a great period. You know, we have some serious Black men who are doing stuff, some serious women who are doing stuff, serious Black families who are making moves, resources that we haven't had access to before. I have students in Africa, parents in the Caribbean trying to get aboard. Like, if everything works with Michi and I, we may have, we're gonna do something in Gambia. Like, O'Shea and I are talking about doing something in Uganda. Like, this is the reality of our period. So I'm two-sided with it. Like, you know what I mean? So I just look at it as a continuation. That's when I tell my students they are the greatest effect of the period. You know, we're going to this semester, we're definitely going to have 250 to 300 students. Like, that is beyond revolutionary. That is like, wow. I am so ecstatic and honored and humbled by the fact that we've been able to get to this point. You know what I mean? This is all because of what Huey P. Newton did and Fred Hampton and, you know, Assata Shakur's and Marcus Garvey and all of that is all together. So I think some people look at things so linearly and it causes their view of stuff to just become skewed. Somebody said, what happened with Black women? O'Shea, like I said, it gets fuzzy. Like, to y'all, O'Shea's full of it. O'Shea called me up and said, what do I need to do to help you help these babies? Anytime you want to come on my platform, you can come on my platform and discuss the Institute. You can promote it. And if you need help with Uganda, he was on the phone. He drove to I think he drove or was willing to drive to the place. It was 3-4 hours away. Like, that means a lot to me. Like, at the end of the day, that really means a lot to me. I don't know about y'all, but people won't do that. The same way they talk about Cynthia, people won't do what Cynthia did and does. People won't do what Nyla does. I've been around these YouTube streets. I've interacted with people who know me, met me, and they don't give a fuck about what I'm doing. You know, and so I analyze people by their actions as much as their words, you know, and YouTube, for the most part, is just words. And remember, y'all, actions speak louder than words. Were we not taught that? Like, let's not let the bullshit get it. And who in the chat was taught, who agrees actions speak louder than words? I'm sorry. Let's get this out. Actions speak louder than words. Am I wrong in the chat for believing that? Let me know. Y'all judge me. Am I wrong for believing that actions speak louder than words? It seems like toxic YouTubers support Q. Your sis, I was really confused when I got on YouTube. You don't understand. Sinetta, like, I had my YouTube channel when I was uploading my little music and, you know, my little uploads, but I wasn't really taking it serious. And I did the interview with Sinetta and I got pulled, and I thought it was like really about Black people and Black empowerment. And I got pulled into the Sinetta beef with Young Pharaoh and Umar and Polite, and then that shit quelled quickly, and then I was stuck like, no, this shit is real to me. And then I had to realize that it's not real, and I'm just confused. And then when the Tommy Sotomayor situation happened, it was confusing to me because I was like, all right, why is this dude at this event? And why does he seem so cool here? And why are people hugging him when he walks in? And why are people acting like I'm mad confused. I'm so confused. Like, what the fuck? And 300 Gangsters was just as confused as I was. Like, what the fuck is going on? And I realized, like, you know what? It's a show. And I started looking at the beefs and shit. And that's what made me stop dealing with Sinetta's and the content community over there. Because I was like, all right, I'm calling people out for scamming, and people are getting upset with me. Damn. My bad. People getting upset with me over the fact that I'm calling out people for scamming. That shit confused the fuck out of me too. I had dudes making videos about me, fake shit, calling me out because I was calling out Garfield and Polite and different people over scamming. So I'm like, all right, this is like, what the fuck? I had one dude, he got the New Black Knowledge, the head of New Black Knowledge in my inbox. Yo, Q, why you calling niggas out? You weird. You wasting your time calling niggas out. Born Rich was there, you remember? And am I gonna exit out? And that shit was confusing as hell. So I realized, like, you know what? Let me just fall back from all this shit. When Sci-Fi when Joel Benjamin, who I know from a store in Brooklyn, shout out to Joel, Nicholas Bookstore, was going back and forth with Tommy Sotomayor. And he pulled me on the platform to show Tommy that black men in the conscious community was doing something for real. And so when so that's how I got introduced to Tommy. That's the very first time I got pulled in by Joel Benjamin as a form of proof that black men in the conscious community are doing something. And yes, focus on your life. That is what I largely learned, sis. Focus on your life, because the shit is like, yo, I please follow me, follow me, y'all. So where I was at, I'm just meeting these people on YouTube, and it's like, damn, these people are just like, who the fuck is real? Who the fuck is fake? And so I ended up on, I don't know how I ended up on an O'Shea platform with Nyla and Taz. And I know I think I was following, you know how it just comes up your mentions and stuff. And it was George Macon was in O'Shea's group. And I was just listening to what they was talking about. And then I got pulled in and I was like, oh shit, I fuck with Nyla and them. And Taz and I got linked. And that's when I got introduced to this whole other world of YouTube. And that's when I also got kind of introduced to Cynthia G, because they was all at odds with her. And it was like, there's a whole nother world of YouTube. And I'm like, this shit is different. I went on O'Shea shit. Dudes ain't really showing any support. They was bashing, they was hating on me. So I was like, I don't really care to come back on your shit. Shout out to O'Shea though. And that's how I got cool with O'Shea. And he was like, yo, Q, I fuck with you. You're not like these rest of these dudes who just be up there bullshitting. He's like, yo, Q, I really care about people. I care about this shit. I'm an entertainer and I'm a producer. I got multiple channels. I don't think a lot of people know that, and O'Shea doesn't really say that all the time, but O'Shea has channels dedicated to African diaspora, to bringing people to Africa, to helping black relationships. Like, he puts mad work into those channels as well. And he was like, yo, Q, anyhow you need help coming out to Africa, building something in Uganda, I got money, I can help you out, I'll link you, I'll fly you out here, anything to help out to do it. You know what I mean? That was different than the conscious community side. So you understand? So all of this shit was weird to me. People are defending in the conscious community, defending the scammers, defending Tommy Sotomayor, to the point where it made me say, look, I'm just gonna chill. I'm doing free credit repair. Free fucking, let me tell y'all this. My camera. I'm doing free, if y'all don't, some of y'all don't know me, free credit repair. I could pull my data up. I had 500 people, damn their credit I did for free. All over the country. I was helping them out. I had black men beefing with me. Black men. And it was black men who I was calling out because of their scamming in the community. And I was like, look, I can recognize a scammer. This is when Jay Morrison was getting lit. That's why I was looking at my phone, because I don't trust nobody. So I already didn't feel it when I was watching Jay Morrison. I'm like, I don't really feel right about his wave. And then, because at the same, we was both doing credit repair. And I came to Nashville to help. We did an event in Nashville with Born Rich in like 2017 to do credit repair. That's what, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing this stuff. And I didn't feel right about Jay Morrison, but I was already calling out mad people, and people was like, yo, Q, you look crazy. You keep calling people out. And so I fell back. You see what I mean? So y'all don't know this stuff. So I fell back from that because dudes was calling me out on this shit. And I had some weirdo dude in California making mad videos to me, to the point where, like, my shit is real life. And that's why I said, focus on your real life. You see, because I feel like I have people, like, I can't sit in here and yell at this camera and it not affect the people that work in my studio, not affect my students. It's not like I can't walk away from yelling and arguing on the computer and it don't affect my children or my queen or my business. So I don't, that's toxic for me. Like, people expect me to smile, be cool, be level-headed. That's why they call me butter. I'm smooth. So I can't just go from here to there. I had to chill with that. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's tech, that's for me. So I employ anybody who's I respect to just maintain your mind space. Cynthia, like some of like first, our sisters is energized, but at the same time, Michi, I told look, control your headspace because at the end of the day, that's your blood that's running through your body at that level. That's gonna give you hypertension. That's gonna give you possibilities of heart disease. And that's gonna give you that energy that other people immediately around you that's gonna respond to. And so for me, I recognize that I don't need that. You know what I mean? And the people around me don't deserve that and they don't understand that. And then when they go and look my name up and see people putting videos and weird shit about me and the shit, they're gonna shoot the shit out them. They not gonna understand, yo, Q, this is the YouTube. Like, that's why I understand. Like when Tommy's situation happened, I was dolo. I was there with wifey. You see what I mean? If I would have came my peoples and there was a situation, you would have got the dog shit stuff. Like that's what was going on with 300. They was like, yo, bro, we got to beat the dog. It was so confusing because we looking at people hugging. Like you understand, we had a pro-black event, all these conscious names. Everybody, brother, what's his name? Brother Reggie. So y'all don't know Sci-Fi. I met Sci-Fi online. Remember, I just did this interview with Joel Benjamin, 865-365, and I'm gonna answer that question. Don't forget the God. Please don't rewrite that question. I want to lose my thought, but that question on the God, don't forget that I want to answer that one. Joel Benjamin, and Joel Benjamin kind of confused me as well because him and his wife have an official location, like on Fulton Street, 2 spots. His wife's family, like it's official. So for him to be bringing me on to talk to Tommy was like, who gives a fuck what Tommy says? Like you like, bro, you a real businessman. And it was just like, huh? And then 3 days later, I see Sci-Fi really crying on the internet. I'm talking about crying on the internet. Crying on the internet. And I'm like, the fuck happened? She's like, yo, Tommy Sotomayor did a stream about me, cursing me out, calling me all these different names. And so everybody gets behind her, supports her. And we like, yo, this fucked up. So I'm like, damn, I'm learning this is YouTube. I did not know this whole world existed, this conscious world. Then Tommy Sotomayor, I'm a studio head. We do not pay it. I watch Smack, DVD, URL, Battle Rap, World Star. This shit, him and his whole world did not exist to me. They had no effect. I did not even care. No worries, nothing about that world. Cynthia G, none of that. All introduced 2006, 17, 18, whatever. And when I'm like, damn, all of this shit is going on. Like, what the fuck is this? All weird. And the brother, Tommy and I go into back and forth. Then when the situation happens at the event, because when Sci-Fi was signed as moderator, the same way he got Nepal, Sci-Fi was like that person at the time, and Empress Setmek. Empress Setmek got left in Georgia and nobody supported her in the community. She's struggling right now. She's fighting cancer. If you can go support Empress Setmek, put whatever you can. She's also known as Tazaria Path. Go support her. Show your support. She needs all the support she can. She is fighting cancer. And it is a big fight she has, and she needs all the support we can give her. And her fight started when she aimed a gun at the camera and told the police, fuck y'all should die. And they shut her down, locked her up, forced her, she couldn't leave Georgia, fucked up her bread, and all this different shit. And it was black men trying to expose her and go to war with her. You know what I mean? All these things. That was way before a lot of these other YouTube motherfuckers popped up. And I got wind of these motherfuckers. And so when Tommy was going at it with all these different names in the spot, they always like ban Tommy, and we just boycott him. We shut him down, do a flag party. I said that's corny. Just ignore the motherfucker. So when I saw brother, what's his name? Brother motherfucking hell is this old head name I just said? Brother, whatever the fuck, light skinned dude, brother Reggie, kissing his ass. Shout out to brother Reggie. I gotta say that because at the end of the day, you know, he didn't know Tommy was filming him the whole time, and he was like, "Yo, Tommy, make sure you don't let me on. You let me on the show. Don't do a show about me." I don't want you to highlight me. You know, we cool, Tommy. Don't we ain't got no beef. I'm like, he was like, I wasn't with them with that. Like, yeah, weirdo suckers, man. I'm calling out New Black Knowledge, a leader, because he jumped in my inbox. So I'm showing you from the content community how all of this shit is fuzzy to me. And this got worked out. And then when I got into the O'Shea's and the Black Manosphere's space, how that was weird and how I just kind of was by myself. So you gotta understand that. I was by myself, doing my little uploads. Sinetta wasn't fucking with me at that time. Umar Johnson, polite. I called out Boyce Watkins. Tariq Nashida had called out. I called out Hot 97. So I understand, nobody fucking with me. Who reaches out to me? Michi. Year in a row. Yo. And then at the time, I was like, all right, so I'm gonna go on tour with you. Michi hit me up to go on tour, paid for everything, supports the Institute, promotes the Institute. At the same time, I'm going on planos with Nyla. So it's Nyla, Cynthia G, Phil the Advisory Show, Taz, Kevin Samuels, O'Shea, Tommy Sotomayor in the background, Irene Yvette. This is 2017, y'all. 2018 is when the Institute was getting into its full-time year. This is how I met Irene. So I need you to understand so y'all can see this. We're on a panel. I'm building an Institute for kids. All these black men are O'Shea shit. I'm not fucking with you. You a hood nigga. Conscious community side. I don't fuck with you, Q. You be calling out the scammers and different stuff. So who does fuck with me? Irene and a sister in Georgia. That's how the internet shit came together with the Institute. So I already was showing people from then how I'm going to use the internet as a tool to create something with Black YouTube. This is before most of y'all know about that. So the Zyx Institute, the way it is now, was largely birthed and enhanced off of Black YouTube. So I can't see Black YouTube the way y'all see it in any way. When I was on those panels and I'm like, yo, who's for the Black community? You see what I'm doing? Who wants to help? Phil, the Advisory Show, refused to bring me on his platform. But he brought who up? Irene, to talk about my institute. You see what I'm saying? O'Shea was the only one out of the manosphere. The only motherfucker out the manosphere who was like, yo, Q, anything you need for the Institute, I got you. Doug, if Doug is in the chat, he'll tell you. Doug was with me the whole time. If Doug is in the chat, he'll tell you. Sister Kaba is in there, she'll tell you. Brother, what's he at in there? Who else in there know? Text Vortex may know. Born Rich definitely gonna know. And so this is how this kind of developed. And so when they be like, yo, Q, how you work with Cynthia? I'm like, yo, bro, she reached out to me. We linked up on panels and it was connections together. I didn't know Nyla. We both smoking these boots or these dudes' boots online. This was when nobody knew that Nyla and Taz was married. This is when I met with Ren. It was like, oh, all right, we're going to smoke all these dudes' boots out. So when the sister was like, focus on your own headspace, Ren will tell you, I fell back. I'm going to focus on the Institute. I was begging Taz to be involved. I said, look, at that time, we had about 15 to 20 kids. Then it went to 60. This is 2-3 years ago. I'm showing you the work. And at the same time, the history, so you can understand why I have the position I have in this arena here. Now we going to pre-COVID. Cynthia G. Yo, Q, if you ever want to promote anything on my platform, just send it to me. I'll do it for free. Now, how many dudes have platforms bigger than Cynthia G or not as half as large as Cynthia G and who charge me? I'll say it like this. Outside of Taz and O'Shea, every motherfucker you didn't see me with is charging. Sinetta didn't charge me for those parts. Doggy Diamonds didn't. You know what I mean? Those two people. But anybody else, motherfuckers wanted chicken. Respectively. You know what I mean? So I learned to try to pace myself in a certain way with this whole platform and just focus on the work. Because at the end of the day, you can just look through the videos, look at the history. And these last 2 years, we did it full time. And this was birthed 3 years ago. That's 2018, pretty much. Yep. That's when I met Sister Irene. That's when I met Nyla and all of them. And for 3 years, they've been supporting and promoting the Institute. 3 years. I spoke with Kevin Samuels years ago. He knew what we was doing. Yeah, I know what you're doing, Q, over there. That shit's nice. So I want you, this is how that lit up. When I called out Boyce Watkins, and mad people got away from me. Like, oh, why you gonna do that? Like, yo, my man, he got a fucking Chinese dude pulling his strings. Oh, how you did when Tommy Soda made? They tried to pull me on the platform again with Tommy, and that was just exposed. Like, why y'all motherfuckers? Because after the shit, the punch in the face wasn't nothing. Tommy went to war with everybody after that. And I told y'all, I'm like, yo, son, that nigga, he can't affect nothing I'm doing. Nothing. The police of the block know who the fuck I am. My whole neighborhood know who the fuck I am. My family know who the fuck I am. My business know who the fuck, like nothing. But when I realized how many people on YouTube was bowing down out of fear that he would crush their platform, it made me realize, like, damn, that's how this world is giving it up. So that's why for me, I realized it's about the work. Sometimes people get caught in their speech. You just gotta let people get their speech off. It's a fucking camera in a box. Turn the shit off. Brothers, if Cynthia G bothers you, turn the shit off. Ladies, if Kevin Samuels bothers you, turn the shit off. It's just that fucking simple. I spend more time watching math and how-to videos and shit like that. You know what I mean? So like, it's just that simple. And that's how you should deal with the world. Just ignore shit. You go through road rage, just ignore the person that cut you off. Let them go. You're in a car. Be happy you're driving. You could be walking. Just be happy. Let the person go. Some of you, it's all of that shit is egotistical. Responding to a person you consider to be toxic is purely ego. Because an intelligent person would say, let me ignore this motherfucker. Shout out to you, Lotus Creations. Oh, what up, sis? Yes, how-to videos is everything. I want to see more black how-to videos, inspirational videos, educational videos. Yeah, simply unsubscribe. Like, if Cynthia bothers you that much, just block the shit. It's crazy. Like, people, you know what? And this stems back to people on Facebook. You ever had those people on Facebook who comment on something they don't like? Who's SBW? Oh, Q the General. I think I remember Q the General. Now that ain't me. Q Butter, that's my name in real life. You can walk around and be like, who's Q Butter? And they're gonna point you here. People be, both sides, like, just to be fair, both sides be hot and bothered. And this shit is petty as shit. Sisters, just ignore this shit. Fellas, just ignore this shit. Go out away from the internet. This is that simple. Go watch a fucking movie. Put on Netflix or Amazon or Hulu or whatever the fuck you have. Go draw a picture. Go make a stick figure house or some shit. But get the fuck off YouTube. All right, cool. Thank you for bringing that question back. Do you think a revolutionary could have a big YouTube presence and not get shut down? That reminds me of the question the sister said. So for me, I consider myself a revolutionary. Off of YouTube, we have 160 students this year enrolled. And off of the internet presence and different things and people that know me. And you count their parents, that's another 200. So that's 300 people. That is a huge presence. Systematical education, families involved, coordination, all Black. This year we're shooting to have upward of 300 students, 250 to 300 students. And that's twice as many parents, in that vicinity. A lot of parents have 3 to 4 kids, so, them numbers get skewed a little bit. But at minimum, that's going to be at least 300 parents. That's 600 people. And for me, that is tremendous. We're working on bringing the kids to the ranges, teaching them about different, caliber of guns, teaching them about gun rights, teaching about family empowerment, teaching about real health. We don't let them eat fucked up foods. We fight against it as much as possible. We teach them their real history. We teach them mathematics. We teach them everything from a Black perspective. And we push the standards that we're pushing, that I'm upgrading the institute we're upgrading to, is way above minimal standards. Like, minimal standards is the basement, and we're on like the 40th floor, 50th to 100th floor. We want to compete with the world and be ahead of it. So we need to know what the world is doing, and we have to be critical of what we actually aren't doing. And so for me, I feel like what I'm doing is revolutionary and extremely impactful. And if somebody like you will come on board, it'll be even greater. If you got an hour or two a week, we'll be proving the point. You know what I mean? Like we are a proof that Black YouTube, like that's my example. Whether I fuck with Tommy or not or whatever, people found out about me from the beef with Tommy and signed up. And so that's what the hell are the lies. Penny Sparks, what's going on? I'm gonna come out of the chat box. I ain't worried about y'all right now. Y'all having fun. This what day is it? Sunday or some shit? Friday? It was Tuesday. Dama, what's goody, boy? And so I don't know where I was at. I drifted. It's time for a sip. Turn the camera on. Y'all gotta sit with me. I got a blue cup today. My bad. I don't got a good wavy cup, but it's a blue cup. Shout out to all my lokes, all my bloods, all my folks. You know what I mean? Stop the gang beefing. Stop the gang beefing. I don't want to show what kind of liquor this is. No, they not giving me no money. I don't want their money anyway. Or the coffee break over, bitchin'. We're back on the camera now, dogs. Coffee break over. Yo, the God, that's what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, we can make it work. I mean, we got to be an example of it. The fact that Cynthia G's willing to make a video on her own time to break down the institute and get more people to sign up and donate and whatever, so have you. That's powerful. fact that O'Shea's willing to drive 3-4 hours out of his city to go check a village that we were potentially thinking about building an institute in, or even to fly me out to Uganda to build an institute. That shit, you know what I'm saying? Dudes be so willing to do that with Fox News and white people. Forget about what white people did for their money. My bad. I'm reading the chat right now. I didn't pay attention to it in a couple minutes. So let's see where I'm going. I don't know what the fuck's going on in the chat. I can't even keep up with it. But shout out to Moms Davis. I think I read that right. It's Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. A lot of y'all need some Jesus in y'all life. Some fucking Jesus in your life. Let's sprinkle some Jesus and shit. I got on more George Moore. Whoa. Starting to kick in that class. I don't really drink liquor. George Macon sweater. Shout out my man George Macon, urban nerds. I'm an urban nerd, being here studying and doing science all day and shit. If you're interested in enrolling in the institute, going to the Zyx website, thezyxinstitute.org /enroll now. If you want to donate, they put the link in the chat. Keep putting the link in the chat, y'all. We need the donations. Keep the donations coming in. Support. We balling with y'all support. You know what I'm saying? We building up. We need it. We either they want us to buy this building. They want $1.2 million. I don't know, geez. Oh. Let me see. Hold up. Where you at? Let me look at the track because I'm reading it from this other shit and it's confusing me. All right, here we go. Let's see. Mom Dia Davis, Penny, that's true. Who is SBW? All right, please don't block SW. Hell yeah, you can play some of the graduation footage, bro. Shit, that's an honor. Yes, I agree. Cynthia receives more hate than Tommy or Kevin. Peace, my first time here. Adrian Kenyon, shout out to you. I got you, glitches. Did I get to 16,000 yet? No, we are not at 16,000 yet. We are at $15,735. Yes, it is a slow grind, but as we develop in our platform, I'm looking for y'all must have got him up out of here. He ain't in here no more. Oh, all right. Well, no, let him well, if you're there, brother, you can I'm gonna unblock you so you can say your stuff. Ladies, you can, just please ignore him. Let me see. All things Nata Jean. I don't know what that person is. said, I believe in polygamy because they're fucking crybabies. I'm randomly reading the chat. I know it's just kind of weird. I'm reading the shit. I missed all the super chats, but to those who super chatted, shout out to you. OJ should drop 1,000. I'm not gonna say what anybody should or shouldn't do. It is what it is, you know. I appreciate the support I do get and how I get it. I don't have to get anything. You know, I know people who don't get anything and they've been putting in work for years in the community. And so for me to get the little, or to get what I have, I'm appreciative of it. To me, it's a lot. To even have somebody think about it. Oh, Tiffany, thank you. Yo, can y'all go on after this? Please drop a comment on my new video I just dropped. I just dropped a new music video. What the hell is this person doing? Oh no, get them up out of here. 1 win bet. Now that's definitely got to get removed, blocked, timeout. Yeah, get them up out of here. So back to the topic at hand. When she talked about, when Cynthia I'm assuming was talking about racism, white supremacy, black men attacked her, hearing and I saw it happen. Those dudes went overboard, not just the bootlickers, but the pro-blacks ones as well. Miss Melanin, thank you, sis, for the comment. Thank you. Yes, everybody. No, that is a fact. I watched Cynthia go in on white supremacy, in on that topic, in on white people, and black men on both sides of the fence were coming at her. That's why I said they came up with the weed shit. So it's weird to me to have this person that I don't know Tommy, don't know Tariq, don't know any of these people, coming to mix with them. They know of me, see what we trying to do in the community, and then Cynthia reach out, hear her plight, hear her response to the questions I asked these same other black men, and then turn around and not defend her when these dudes were sitting online making fun of her baby, making fun of her being pregnant, making fun of the fact that she got, like, I couldn't, come on, man. That shit weird to me, so I can't co-sign that shit. If you co-sign that shit, that's probably why you don't fuck with my channel. That's just what it is. And this was before the Black Manosphere, because the Black Manosphere is largely O'Shea. You know what I mean? O'Shea really helped birth and give other dudes a platform to jump off of, but they all got that shit. When y'all forgot when Cynthia G was going through the whole alleged baby situation, them dudes was obsidian disrespectful. Like, I couldn't, the level of disgust, nah, B. Like, these dudes birthed her, reincarnated this version. So yeah, I'll give the Black Manosphere that part, because they was doing thousands of videos, you know what I mean, and that shit was fucked up. I don't co-sign that shit. I don't co-sign that shit. Yeah, Obsidian's mad annoying. I don't fuck with Son. You know what I mean? So, like, whatever. So for me, I know a lot of that conversation is really directed towards them dudes and dudes that ain't doing shit. But us brothers got to take the L's for our brothers and take accountability for the shit that our brothers is doing. Like driving in a car 11 deep, 2 cars deep, and not having gas. That got to be the, man, I'm gonna start doing donkeys of the day and shit. I don't like highlighting the, you know, idiocy that's found in our community, but motherfucking shit, man. Shout out to my Moors, but this particular group of Moors gotta take that donkey of the day L How the hell you motherfucking get in a car with a bunch of guns and you don't have gas in the fucking car? That's an L we black men gotta take. That shit look crazy. That looks crazy. That shit, I really, it's just hilarious. I'm not laughing at us, but that shit is crazy. You see, I'm trying to find a part of it I can share that's not gonna be underneath copyright infringement and shit.
This YouTube video was made before the 11 members of the Rhode Island group or group. The government. We're not anti-police, we're not talking citizens. The government. We're not anti-police, we're anti-government, but we're not. We're specified in the news that we're anti-government, but we're not. We're not anti-government. We're not anti-police, we're not talking citizens. We're not black identity extremists. This YouTube video was.
Whoop, don't want him to get tortured too much. They were like, see, got him. How is this person back? Oh my goodness. Let me hide this channel. All right. I'll report upon you right quick. So yeah, that was the brother who's been considered the leader. Yeah, he didn't know what he was getting into. Black men being taught by other black men, inspired by black men to walk around with guns on camera in public is crazy to me. I know I'm a New Yorker. When I go to Georgia, it's like, wow. But yeah, keep that shit to your motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? Keep that shit to yourself. And you should have enough gas in the car, and them shit should be in the trunk. They shouldn't be in your lap like you about to go rob a motherfucking bank. Cause I'll let you know right now, if I was a motherfucking cop and I pulled you over a bunch of white, black, anybody over a bunch of guns in their car, shit, lucky I don't start shooting your ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Lucky I don't shoot your fucking ass. Oh shit. They got guns in this bitch. Back up. Back up. Especially them scared white motherfuckers. They lucky them, and the white folks was like, well, we don't know exactly what to do. They were quoting and citing a particular view of the law that we don't actually agree with. And so we locked their ass up. I'm not laughing. I just want to play that for every Moor that's arguing with me like, yo, you don't know. I'm like, bro, I beat a murder case, my man. I don't even like talk about beating my murder case because my murder case was dismissed. We didn't get to go to trial, so I technically didn't beat it. We got it dismissed based off a lack of evidence in the time and an audit. So, you know what I'm saying? The rule is they can bring that shit back up. I don't want no problem with these white folks. I don't need that smoke. These white folks play different. So, them motherfuckers was wilding, sitting there with the AK. Yo, boy, you know we need gas, boy. Nah, only New Yorkers talk like that. Yo, boy, you need some gas in this bitch, boy. You got, yo, son. Shit. Pull over. It's sitting on the highway, yo, son. Yo, call son, he gonna meet us over here? Hell yeah, we need some musical instruments. Shout out to you for the thought. Sitting there with this big ass gun on their shit, Loaded like a motherfucker. All right, look. Oh shit, the police behind us. All right, y'all be quiet. You know the law. You know we got this. Yeah, according to Section 72 of the U.S. Constitutional Rights, we have the right to bear arms. And according to the Second Amendment, right, we are natural citizens and citizens of America, and we have the right to carry these arms, sir. White man, like, back up in this bitch. Hey, lucky they wasn't in New York. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Whew. Oh my goodness. What? What? Oh shit. Not me. I'd be like, oh, you got a gun in the car? Oh, you in the gun club. Oh, and you want to do that? All right, so what I'm going to do here, I know y'all strapped up legally in the South, but Rich, I ain't never seen you making videos about your shit, walking around with no AR-15, no motherfucking AK-47, no big-ass motherfucking MP-11, 12, 7, 12, 13 and shit on the highway without gas and shit, talking about, yo, boy, yo, we got this with my man about to pull up with some gas, though. We good, yo. We good, though, boy. Second Amendment in this bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? We good in this bitch, boy. Nah, son. You wildin'. Run out of gas? You shitting me? How dangerous that is? You motherfucker. That's how you. I'm like, bro. I drove for years with no license. I'll just be honest. I got locked up a lot of times for driving with no license. I got locked up on my fucking birthday driving no license. That was the wackest shit. And one thing you should know when driving illegal is have gas in your car. Cops stop and help vehicles who are in the emergency lane. And the first thing they ask is, hey, you need any help? Let me, I got you. What's your license and registration? Bro, what the fuck? And white people nosy as shit. They all with they vested shit. Oh, look, some Negroes in help. Negroes in need. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Go help these Negroes. Oh, shit. Billy, back up in this bitch. They got guns. They got big-ass guns and shit. Send everybody. They was in their car like this, reading the law, like, look, Moors, Moor, we know we got this, Allah, Islam, we good, Islam, peace, we good, we got this. Let's know your law. The news is like, there's been a standoff between black identity extremists on Highway 95 in Rhode Island. They are armed and dangerous. The police are making a perimeter to make sure that they can find a way to easily remedy this situation. But as of right now, it is highly dangerous, and we suggest everyone stay away from this area. There are armed, extreme black men in the area with long guns fully loaded. Please beware. Armed black men with guns fully loaded, Highway 95. Make sure you have your COVID vaccination. You feel me? Like, you shitting me? You gotta do Gwen, you feel me? Oh shit, my license ain't good. The first, you need to make sure that your lights work. Let me tell you something. If you plan on being one of the motherfuckers that drive into your car with your shit like this, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, Second Amendment in this bitch, 2A in this bitch, man. If you one of them motherfuckers, you better have your lights working. Brake lights, tail lights, headlights, your bumpers on good, your motherfucking license plate needs to be well lit and motherfucking not hanging or dangling. You know what I'm saying? Don't have too much tint on your fucking car. Don't have your shit smoked out. Don't be speeding. Don't play the left lane unless you plan on playing the left lane properly. And if you play in the left lane in the States, you should be doing it in cruise control. You should not be accelerating rapidly at different points for no reason. If not, you play the second to middle lane or the middle lane. You don't play the right lane, and you motherfucking have gas in the car. And the motherfucker who's driving should be legit, or more than likely should be a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be honest with you. So, dudes be having busted fucking taillights. I be like, yo. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. And again, there's plenty of people doing it. Hell yeah, they know if you got to conceal and carry. I don't know, Rhode Island, that shit seems too white. Like, people be like, quiet and white mean dangerous to me. I like noisy and black. I feel safe in the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that was a firecracker. Oh, that was a 9. Oh, all right. Hold on. Police. Nope, there ain't no police. I mean. Bronze cover girl. Shout out to you, sis. Nah, we moving forward. As long as you learn from your lessons, the next Black Gun Group, put your long guns in the back of your car. The chances that you're gonna need your long gun in your car is unlikely, like 0 to none. Like, I drove all over this country with no fucking gun in the car. Me and my man Damo, city to city in the hood. I'm saying it's all love. If you know how to recognize the bullshit, you stay away from the bullshit. You feel me? And you just be mindful of shit. Don't leave your car running. Don't rent a fucking drop top BMW and have jewelry on and not be strapped. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even if you are strapped, do you want that attention? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be smart with your life at all times. That's what I told Tommy. You know how you talk. Like, you could have had a female run up on you and wash you. Like, the way you talk about females. I'm surprised the females was in there saving him at that event. I thought they was gonna be the first ones to jump him. He lucky it wasn't no hood event and they played this shit. Rhode Island got a lot of militias. I stay away from militias, B. Like, feds is the first, like, bro, I'm sorry. You a militia? No. All right. Oh, no, I feel you, sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, this part of the, like, noisy and black don't mean that it's hood. Like, there's plenty of, like, spots that it like, there's good neighborhoods it goes down to. You'll be living next to a Brian and a motherfucker kill his whole family and shit. Motherfuckers will explode a truckload of fireworks in front of your house and blow up your whole neighborhood and shit. Like, it goes down everywhere. Serial killers living next door and shit. This is America. This is America. You know what I mean? That's what I tell you. You'll be the fuck on point. How long have I been live for? I've been talking 2 hours. That's not crazy. It's Sunday. It's Baby Jesus Day. Let me get a 1 in the chat for Baby Jesus. This shit's starting to kick in. Yeah, I'm about to go outside. Mm-hmm. Time to go into the real world, get off this internet and go have some fun with some real people. You know what I'm saying? Somebody put the donation link in there. We want to level up. They want $1.2 million for this building. Oh my goodness. That is like $100,000, $120,000 I gotta come up with for a donation. Oh, y'all gonna put zeros in the chat? Y'all not gonna want no Baby Jesus feet? Jesus on your forehead, I'm saying. But Yeah, go listen to people bust their fireworks off and shit, type shit, and enjoy your fucking day. Um, exactly. They got wavy middle class black neighborhoods that's loud and nice and neat and clean, but lit. Like they got plenty of them shits. Griffin, Douglasville, Jonesboro, Long Island. You know what I'm saying? They got plenty of them shits. Little blocks in Bed-Stuy, little blocks in motherfucking over there and whatever and shit over there and shit. You know what I'm saying? Louisville got that shit. Oh, the school information. Somebody got the school information. And I'm growing hair back. You know what I'm saying? My hairline ain't that crazy. Look at that. All that right there, that's new growth, bitch. Fuck your couch. Oh yeah. The second cup is for outside. This is tequila rose. I don't really drink liquor. I drink all the salt sensitive shit. I can't stand Hennessy or wine or anything. My hairline is not crazy, boy. That shit is developing back. It's in the works. That's like the black community. It's in the works. Now, am I being a typical black man and being in denial about my hairline? Fuck your couch. Fuck your couch, nigga. Fuck your couch. I got hope. It's still growing in that bitch. I still got to look. You see that all that little patch right there? Look at that look at all that right there. That's new hair and shit. Man, listen. Yeah, I got hope. I got hope in my hairline. And I ain't gonna. That's fucked up. I don't even want to say it after. I got hope in the black community. I got hope in my hairline. Shut the fuck up. Yo, oh, that's fucked up. Cause I'm like, damn, if this nigga got hope in his hairline and he got hope in the black community, he might be a little delusional. Yo, fuck every one of y'all. Oh man, everybody who laughed at that joke and who agrees, I don't fuck with none of y'all, man. I hope you bang your pinky toe on the floor against your couch and shit or your bed later on. There's still, see, long as it's here, there's still hope. Oh shit. Now that's some funny shit right there, B. Oh my goodness. Oh shit, that's some funny shit. Am I posting it right? I don't know how I'm doing this shit. I'll be laughing. Don't be laughing at me and shit. I got hope, motherfucker. I still got hope in this bitch. Keep the hope alive. Keep the hope alive. Oh my goodness. Damn. I gotta find this video. I know I ain't shit for playing this video, but I already told y'all I ain't shit. I'm a work in progress. The hell is his name? Damn, son. I didn't want to tell y'all before I found this shit, but I don't remember. My memory ain't shit. Y'all said Jesse Jackson, and it made me think about, oh, I got his name. Y'all made her laugh at this shit, but I gotta laugh at this shit. Oh man, the 80s wasn't shit. Damn, am I gonna be able to play this? They're gonna give me the copyright shit too on this shit. Damn, son. This motherfucker is back. You ain't got shit. My channel is not lit like that. So for you to be coming over here, that is just weird. It's weird. Like, what the fuck my channel got to do with you? But yes, we are right there by $16,000, and we need to break that mark and get to the 20. Northern Bell, what's up, sis? You said one win. I don't know what you're talking about, Will Justice, but I feel like shut the fuck up, Q. We only need one win. I know you're not talking about me, but fuck that. I'll be talking about my hairline. All we need is one win and count our wins. Be inspired, be motivated at all times. You know, black is beautiful, baby. Oh, my bad. I didn't get to roast the white boy. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. For those who left early, they're going to miss this best part. Oh, one win is the troll. I don't know. Whoa. But this part of the show is going to be dedicated to Brad. I know. Why the fuck am I doing a 3-hour stream? Because it's fucking Jesus Day, man. So, what type of white person would fucking call in to Cynthia G's show to talk about black men? Let's really think about that, man. A fucking scissor fucking weirdo. This white boy scissor fucks his girlfriend. Like, he lays like this and scissor fucks his girlfriend. He had a girlfriend in high school that was black. He liked, wanted to be a girlfriend. He got beat up by Pookie or Ray Ray. You know what I mean? And ever since then, he just been like buying Wu-Tang albums and Gangstar albums. He got the real hardcore hip hop, Gangstar, Ella G. You know, he got all those albums. He be going to mad hip hop concerts and stuff. And, you know, when he started working full time at the Gap, you know, he realized that his love for black culture was never received because of black men. And had he been given the opportunity to scissor fuck the black girl of his dreams, he'd have been happily received into the community. But if it wasn't for black men that kept him out, he's upset. And so this wheat thin, that's what I realized, that these new age, and at this time I'm going to be highlighting different brands of crackers that I particularly like to eat. And for some people, it might seem as a, you know, analogy for white people, but I don't know why you would think that. I don't know why you would think that. But there's different types of crackers. Most people are used to the original salty box crackers. But crackers have changed. My, have they changed in these days. Now you got all type of seasoned wheat thin crackers. And these wheat thin crackers are just disgusting. You know, they want to be mixed with all the dips. They think they taste good with everything. They think they can be mixed with everything. They think everybody wants them and shit. And for those of us who understand America, we want the original cracker, because that's the cracker that was in your face, that had one taste, that had one value, and it was cheap, it was square, it was nasty, and it was salty. And that literally is what America was built on, salty crackers. And now that we got wheat thins and shit and Keebler box thins and all of these new age fucking different types of crackers, you want to be politically correct with the crackers, you don't want to mix them up. That's not a saltine. No, this is a wheat thin. Nope, that's one of these boxes. Nope, that's a Keebler. That's a motherfucking... We were going through the different brands. There's so many different types of crackers. Where us black folks largely had the understanding of crackers messed up. We thought there was one cracker. Then you get into the world like, oh shit, it's mad at y'all, son. And y'all all don't even get away with each other. And most of us think of crackers and be like, yo, if you ain't no cracker that come with cheese, you just salty. You ain't shit. But who the hell want a cracker without cheese? You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, you supposed to come with cheese. That's why they got Cheez-Its and shit. They blended the cheese into the cracker to make sure you understood this shit got money in this bitch. That's why black folks' mom be like, oh, white people and money is synonymous. That shit go to hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? They got crackers with cheese made in this shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no black crackers. You know what I'm saying? They got that the graham, I forgot. The graham cracker, that graham cracker fuck motherfuckers up because he's a seasoned, sweetened cracker. And he usually got marshmallows inside of them that go with it. See what I'm saying? Peep that. And they usually layer it with chocolate on the inside. It's a brown cracker that has cinnamon and sugar. You know what's black folks? Cinnamon and sugar that speak differently to us. And they put a layer of Hershey chocolate in it and shit. And they put marshmallows on the inside. That lets you know the real pedagogy behind the graham cracker when they put that marshmallow inside of it. I don't like graham crackers and marshmallows. I like my graham crackers as graham crackers. But don't ever get it twisted. Graham cracker's still a cracker. And it don't matter how brown that motherfucker may seem, they gotta layer his ass with chocolate in between. You know what I'm saying? I like matzahs. That's one of my favorite crackers. It's a seasonal one, and it's not to say it's only found in the Jewish community. So, you know, it's typically unsalty. You know, it comes in, it's for a specific community, and it's unleavened. Oh, shit. I'm about to go outside and act a fool. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, my goodness. That shit got me right here, right now. This was supposed to be my outside cup. I'm about to restart. Whatever. What other type of crackers they got? My bad. I was supposed to be talking about Brad, right? So, Brad, sensitive ass, is the type of white boy to come up there and really want to discuss black men with black women. Matzahs. I love me some matzahs. Some butter and salt in that bitch. Ooh, that shit good to motherfuckers. Butter and salt in that bitch with peanut and jelly in that motherfucker. What? So, Brad, sensitive ass. Let's think about this, man. A black man going on a white woman's platform to talk about black women. Now, unfortunately, I wish this never happened. But that has happened over and over and over again by rich celebrities. And that's what Cynthia G used to highlight and shit like that. And dudes be up there with they Becky. You know, my white bitch, she better than black women. You know, black women, they mad aggressive and shit. They can't handle my celebrity. So I had to get me a white woman who's been accustomed and acclimated to successful black men. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to get me a Becky. Looking like a whole bowl with a white man up there. So, you're telling me you don't like black women anymore, huh? So the black woman's the problem. Oh, and your dumbass is up there like, yeah, man, you know, I got rich, and this black woman, she didn't want to support me no more because I was famous and shit, and that she had to understand how to deal with a motherfucker like me. I get it, because sometimes you don't know how to deal with a motherfucker. But then here go Brad coming over, calling up a black woman shit, paying. Understand, Cynthia G shit ain't free. That shit's funny to me. A white boy called and paid in to vent about black men. This motherfucker bought Hidden Colors. That is fucking hilarious. So when we discuss the poison of society, whether we look at it from a position of revenge motivated by the history we have with Europeans, or just off the historical facts and the ramifications of the actions they take today on the planet, we can easily navigate a conversation in which we delve into their seeming mastery of fuckery, whether being fucking dogs on Pornhub to killing parents or murdering black women just to figure out how the vagina works, to nuking entire islands filled with fucking poor people nowhere near the military base, or poisoning water supplies, or drilling into fucking water mines 2,000 feet down and flooding entire cities, or blowing things up, or testing chemicals on populations we don't know how, or killing off an entire species after time just to fucking hang it on their fucking wall. I don't know which accolade to start with first, but Brad, can you brag about your daddy's history? You white motherfuckers ain't shit. Like, I can take being an ain't shit motherfucker in a black community, and I can say, you know what, fuck it, all the shit white people did, fuck it, we gotta deal with it, that's our fault. You motherfuckers spread smallpox on motherfucking Native Americans. Like, you poisoned and killed Africans. You stole and pillaged from every part of the fucking planet. Like, when you put thievery, theft, and stealing, pillaging in a book or definition, you cannot properly define it without including white people. When you talk about the imperialistic views that Brad's grandparents had and still possessed in order to call this country theirs and to look at their history without even analyzing the fucking detrimental aspects they have to society, to the environment, and to the entire plight of humanity, it's fucking the narcissism is crazy. For you to think that you can call in on a black woman's platform and articulate yourself in a way that you thought would be soothing to black women, but you thought that it would actually be cool and you would get to this part of where black people are actually bothered by you. Shit is hilarious, Brad. You're fucking sad. I know why your mother didn't swallow you. She was a feminist. Your pops was mad as shit. You are the baby of a feminist. I see it already, man. She was wiping your ass. She was about 13. Yup. She had her collar up most of her life. Your girlfriend and you, or boyfriend and you, whatever the fuck sexuality, transgender, genderless situation you claim, it is so telling by the speech that you gave. Like, I know black folks is watching us, white folks is watching us, but to call in just shows where your life is. Like, bro, let it hit you with a bro. I don't know if you know you ain't shit, but you're fucking lame. Like, the white people, and this goes back to the analogy earlier, the white people that I'm accustomed to dealing with are tough, brash, tough, mean, angry, Donald Trump type white men. But you are the new fabric of America. You don't make babies. You bend over. You call into women's shows to talk about men. You're fucking weirdo. That shit is hilarious. And that's why your birth rate is lowering, because you're too worried about the black man's dick. That's what the conversation really was about. How this whole white man was on Cynthia G's show worrying about the black man's dick. Know who used to say that shit all the time? Cynthia G. These motherfuckers be dick watching, envious, because they want our women. They love our women, so they want to understand because they got the biscuit bitch. They got the bitch with the biscuits. They got a bitch with the biscuits. They got a bitch with the biscuits. Whoa, she got a bitch with the biscuits and the saggy skin. Bitch with the biscuits and saggy skin. And the bitch with the biscuits and saggy skin. Bitch with the biscuits and saggy skin. Saying her skin so saggy. Why her skin so saggy? Why her skin so saggy? Feminist with the saggy skin. Feminist with the saggy skin. Whoa, 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 bow. I be like, whatever, B. Like, man, listen. Batty boy them Brad, son, watching man penis. They want to come chat to black women about what the fuck black man is going. Like, what the fuck? Like, I would never call up a white woman's show and be like, this is why white men, that shit is crazy. Like, that's so fucking crazy to me. Like, I couldn't. You gotta understand how that made white people look. That's why black men, you gotta look past. You gotta understand why the fuck would a Brad who's married to a white woman be calling a black woman's show to talk about a black man? That is not the most homosexual act of dick envy, penis lust I've ever seen. Brad, you're putting your fucking card out. You're supposed to hold your card like this. That's why you're not making no kids, Brad. I'm just being honest with you, man. You over there supposed to be fucking the pancake buns, taking advantage of the saggy skin. Got a bitch with the saggy skin. Got a bitch with the saggy skin. Got a bitch with the saggy skin. You supposed to be making babies. You said whatever's in the glass will be good. We're supposed to be making babies with the saggy skin, bitch. But you over here worrying about what black men is doing. And you wonder why she don't want to make no babies. And she ain't making no babies. Wonder why. You think I'm worried about y'all? Y'all numbers are declining. This is biology. First and foremost, homeostasis. Population density and homeostasis go together. I know you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, most of y'all, but if you took my class in science and earth science and living environment, you would understand why those two words are so important. You know what I'm saying? So I was cracking up, like, and then the second dude that called up, oh my goodness, this shit is kicking in. Ooh. All right. You know what's kicking in when you start feeling your skin? Whew. I see Marsha in the chat. Baby, you got to pull back up. Oh my goodness. Nah, don't pull back up because I want to go to this event and you pull back up and shooting up. Yo, D Red. Oh, my bad. I was supposed to put the link in the chat. My bad, y'all. I'm over here a little saucy and shit. Enjoying Baby Jesus Day. Baby Jesus Day in this bitch. We talking about Brad. I don't know if you know that Cynthia G, a white man called in the what do you call that shit? Yeah, that I might have to end this stream soon. I'm starting to sound stupid. I ain't gonna lie, that shit. Oh my god, I feel the skin on my back, baby. So that's what okay, look, D Red. Yeah, I'm definitely saucy right now. I ain't gonna lie. Woo! Yeah, I definitely not driving my scooter down there. I don't know. Y'all gonna see me getting smacked. I almost got smacked by a car yesterday on my scooter. I got my little 40-mile-per-hour joint with the little looking like a delivery man. I love that shit. I can't stand driving in New York City. That shit is the worst. Only driving at night. Driving at night in New York is lit. That shit feel like the Jay-Z music videos and shit. But during the day, it feels like you ain't shit. It don't matter how much money you got. Unless, no, it do matter because if you got that much bread and you're going to be in a helicopter. You're gonna land right there, South Street Seaport. But then once you get off at South Street Seaport, or you get off at 23rd Street, unless you got the helipad at the top of your building, then you at a different level. You know what I'm saying? That's Donald Trump shit. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It depends how much money you got, because you're gonna go from your helipad to your helipad. You got the helipad in Long Island or in Jersey. You're gonna go from your helipad or Teterboro Airport. You're gonna go from your helipad straight to your helipad at the top of your building, back to your crib. So yeah, traffic is definitely for people who got a certain type of money. Nah, bro. The Moor said he's not a sovereign. I was mad confused. I'm like, bro, I thought you were a sovereign, bro. What the Hold on, I gotta stop drinking this shit. Whew. All right, let me get back in control of myself. Yeah. I thought they were sovereigns too. Most of the time, that's what they tell people when they're having that conversation. I don't want to talk about them right now. I'm talking about Brad, punk ass, with his girlfriend with no complexion and shit, looking like some toilet paper. Like, what color is your skin, baby? Toilet paper. What? Toilet paper white. Mm-hmm. Porcelain white. Oh my goodness. Do you tan? I read it. Oh, ginger. She's probably a ginger with the biscuit buns. And I don't mean biscuits like biscuits. I mean buns like biscuits, the bottom part of the biscuit that be on the pan, not the top part that can round a little bit. It's the flat part that be on the pan, and I'm just flat. Oh, biscuit bun having Karen. That's what Brad. I just can't imagine a white dude watching Tariq Nasheed, Hidden Colors, listening to Cynthia G, being with no children, with on like in the house with his headphones. Hey babe, what you listen? Oh, I'm listening to Cynthia G again. And that's crazy. I guarantee his wife is getting fucked by a black dude. And if not, by one of them tough ass white boys with a Ford truck, a beard and shit that twist. You know what I mean? A real like MGTOW dude. Or if not a black dude. But there's no way that shit don't make no sense to me. How Brad would be calling up. I don't even know a white girl show. Does anybody know a show where white women? All right, who would be the white female equivalent of Cynthia G? Because I've seen them white male versions where they have white men who go at white women. I've seen one white woman do a documentary, but it wasn't like Cynthia. Like, you know, us black folks, we colorful, so you know we gonna go in with our speech. But I want to know. I just want to see. I want to do that. Somebody give me a link to somebody. I want to call in a show and talk about white people. That would be some funny. Yo, why? Oh my goodness. Please, somebody put a fucking link. Yo, you stupid. She said Wendy Williams. I'm done. I'm ending the stream. It says say Annie Skuma. Does she let you call in? I need a famous white person or white person with some celebrity or status that I can call in and bash white people. White men specifically. That shit is gonna be one of the most prolific things. Now I can see why he would do that, because that's just fucking prolific. If you really think about it, I'm gonna call into a black women's show and bash black men. That would be a point up for them. But I can't see how a real gangster white boy would take that serious. That's fucking lame. Yeah, I would need somebody that's white. Wendy Williams is definitely, you know, and she birthed Charlemagne, so you see where that came from. But I would say somebody a little bit more intriguing, somebody with a name. I don't know. I don't have a clue who the fuck white people are. Yeah, I couldn't imagine a white person that's about his white world watching black media and giving a fuck about what black women say about black men. I couldn't imagine that. So the fact that a white man will call in a black woman's show to talk about black men is fucking hilarious. And it is hilarious. I don't know how to make that shit sound funny, but that shit weird as fuck. I don't know where the fuck white folks hang out. Yo, too many of them getting our women. Text, I don't know where you live at, but more where I stay at, ain't no interracials on this. The one or two that's on the block. Let me see. On this block is a black dude 2 doors down married to a Chinese woman. There's another black dude married to a Chinese woman, like 8 houses down. As far as I know, that's all the interracial relationships on this block. You know what I'm saying? And that motherfucker know his Chinese bitch last in line on this motherfucker. Ain't nobody give a fuck about that bitch. You shitting me? She just walk right in her house. She'll say that. The other dude, he be having this little Asian girl in the mix and shit. She be standing there trying to dance to the reggae music and shit. But, you know, my side of the block is a little bit more hardcore. Shit, Asian pink to me, if you ask me. Let me not say it like that. Depend on what part of China you in and shit. What the fuck? Mosquitoes is crazy in this bitch. Depending on what part of whatever the fuck you from. If you in China or certain parts, you pink to me. I ain't gonna lie. Motherfuckers be white. Ain't gonna slide that shit over here. If you ain't black, you white. And know who I heard say that shit? Cynthia G as well. You ain't black, you white, man. Everybody be trying to sell these old half breeds, these third breeds, these different breeds as anything but white. ABW, anything but white. Nope, that's a white motherfucker. If you a black man and you with anything but a black woman, you are not making a black baby. You are making a half breed, a mixed baby, respectively. That baby is just as black as those, just as much Mexican. Phil Valentine, what's his Phil advisory? Baby is just as Mexican as much as that baby is black. Here's what it is. You want to make a black baby black man? You need a black woman. How many streams I saw dudes argue against that? Like, no, a black man. Y'all forgot when Cynthia was doing the streams about there's no such thing as a fucking seed. Because black dudes were saying that they can make a black baby. Yo, y'all forgot this shit, man. Oh, man, Chad, you gotta go in the crates. Dudes was telling Cynthia, you can make a black baby. And Tariq, one of those motherfuckers thought us, you can make a black baby with any black woman, any woman. Are you shitting me? Only the black poom poom. It don't even gotta be good black poom poom. Black poom poom and the black dick can make black babies. That's it. That baby is just as much white as black or whatever the fuck you wanna, whatever the other side of the motherfucking equation is. They 50% that motherfucker and 50% that motherfucker. And if both motherfuckers ain't the same shit, then that motherfucker 50-50. The hell is wrong, motherfuckers? That motherfucker Jamaican and motherfucking British. That motherfucker is Jamaican and British 50-50. That motherfucker black, and I'm going to use the names. I'm going to say if you black and Chinese, you black and Chinese, black Chinese, blackanese, whatever, the Chinese black, China black, whatever the fuck it is. It don't matter about order. Mother, father, sister, cousin, the motherfucker, it is the whichever, you 50-50. Simple as that. Like, I've drifted way past, where am I at? I got 10 more minutes in this bitch, I think. We put the donation link, we put the enrollment link. I put the link to join the chat, I think, right? I put the link to join the chat. If I didn't, my bad. I don't know. Blackanese and shit. Good old racist America, man. They trying to make this shit not racist. I don't think I'm gonna drive my scooter. Maybe I shouldn't drive. I don't know. I'm gonna ride my scooter. Just I'm gonna play the sidewalk like an old head, as long as I don't run into nobody and shit. But them bumps be. My man just swagged up. He would have got the motherfucking spider. Oh my goodness. I'm like, damn, jeez. I don't know about that spider. That shit wavy though. Make my scooter look like a real delivery bike now. Like, damn, my shit was fly, son. I don't know. I might jump on this dirt bike this year. I don't like going too fast. I know I'm reckless and shit. I like the speed and shit at times, and then I just do dumb shit. And I ain't got it like that to be doing dumb shit. Catching Uber or Lyft, yeah, but I don't like going to major events with Uber and Lyft because if something happens, shootout happens, somebody gets stabbed, and how the fuck I'm gonna get out of there quick? You feel me? Like that's making mistakes. Next thing you know, you hiding behind a car and you trying to figure out how to get back and shit. Police is over there, and then they locked down the block. Now the Ubers can't get over there because there's a shootout and shit like that. So I'd rather always have my phone without transportation. And you always parking in a way that you can get the fuck out of Dodge quick. And in major events, I don't ride the trains to major events because the train stations be packed. And that'd be like quick spots for shit to happen and shit. When I was young, that used to be the shit to do. Don't ride saucy. But y'all must not know. I'm always fucking saucy. How the fuck you think I can deal with these kids all the time? You can't deal with these. If your teacher, you had a good teacher in school, I guarantee that motherfucker was saucy half the time. You shitting me? Dealing with teenagers and babies running around. Mr. Q, Mr. Q, Mr. Q, Mr. Q. You're going to need a little bit of sprinkling of food. You know what I'm saying? You're going to need a little drink, a little coffee break. Because you're like, Mr. Q, Mr. Q, Mr. Q, with the toilet paper. Oh, Mr. Q, the toilet broke. Mr. Q, I need a pan. Mr. Q, Mr. Q, Mr. Q, my food. Like, oh, my goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, shit. My head going to burn. I'm about to explode. No, it's 5 o'clock. It's baby Jesus Day, right? Or Buddha Day. Or the 5th of July. One of them shits. I don't fucking know. I don't really care. I know I got to teach tomorrow. And I got mad parents to call. And I'm enjoying my fucking life. I hope you're enjoying your life. If you got to this part of the video, shout out to you. Black power all the time. Every time. There's ever a time that you don't feel empowered, you email my black ass, qbutter@gmail.com, and I'll send some black power your motherfucking way. If you feeling suicidal and shit, I'll show up at your motherfucking house and slap the shit out you and get you something to eat and shit. If you need help and shit, you can email the @gmail, and whatever the fuck I can try to do or we can try to do to help your ass out, we're gonna help your ass out. If you motherfucking feeling like Cynthia G is pissing you off, stop fucking listening to her. If you a sister and you feel like Kevin Samuels and the Manos is bothering you, stop fucking watching them. That's simple. You know what I'm saying? Relationship advice. Some people's fucked up. Some people's not. Not everything works. Just make it work. And if you can't make it work, figure it out. You might need to try something different. You might need to be polygamous or polyandrous or polyandrous or celibandrious or celibateous or whatever the fuck it is that you need to do. But try something out. But don't get on YouTube and just spew your hate because your relationship in life didn't work. Bow. Love y'all.